How goes it? How goes it? So, I'm here like 12 minutes early. Felt like, why wait, you know? If I'm ready, let's get it. Okay. Let's get this up top. Get the room code out for everyone. Then pop in a flipping ranked game. While we wait. Now the question is, who do we want to play? I've been having blast with guitars and low-key been working on the bow. I don't know how I feel about this drip, but I just kind of put it on. I just realized I wanted to change my skin. But like, that's a lot of work. I'm gonna do something's gone. That'd be kind of toxic. Oh my gosh. We have random maps on. Does he have gadgets on? That'd be peak. I love how this is a ranked match. Alright. I'm late? No. Yeah, this guy's a parry fiend and I don't want to play parry at all. Oh my gosh, I forgot how hard this map is. Come here. That hit me. I die there. Yo, hey Kronos, how goes it? Looking to get some tips on the Brawlhalla today, or just here to chill out and hang? That's unfortunate. Wow. I called out that bait, but man, that has god property. No dodge, jeez. Just chilling, alright? Sounds good. Okay, I might have to turn tournament maps on. I forgot this isn't the flipping thing, bro. This is actually, like, unplayable. I don't really want this match to take forever. I mean, I could out-passive him, but that's, like, no fun. I mean, you're really not supposed to approach Lance, so it's actually a very bad idea. Yeah, dude. We really got, like, the perfect map for him to just run away on. Like, he's got a lead and he's still running away, bruh. I mean, to be fair, I kind of gave him what he wanted the first flipping 2 stocks. Alrighty. Are we gonna make any progress? I guess we are. Oh my gosh. He's good now. Okay, good, 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 good. Definitely want to make sure that's not, like, you know, anything bad. This guy actually just went for that. Okay, he actually does not go for dodge beats. I just need to mash harder because he's kind of just getting lucky. No dash. I really gotta dodge. Okay. I'm dead. Well, I was not ready for a flippin' horn to come and kill me. Whoa. Yo, thanks for subscribing, Just Kaden. Okay. Alrighty, seems like we already have some people in here. So our first person we're gonna coach is Capybara. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do just two, what's it called? 2 games. I'm obviously just how I play. What's it called? So we're gonna see how he reacts to, you know, a bunch of different situations. If you could mute me while we're playing Capybara, that would be amazing because we don't want it to affect how you're playing. So, yeah. So do that for me. Don't leave because that's toxic. Like, obviously, I don't want you to leave. But yeah, then you can come back in the VOD and come check out everything, okay? So, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna kind of just like... I guess we're gonna just kind of play a little slower and see how he reacts to a lot of different situations. See how he reacts in bad situations, see how he reacts in good situations. First thing I'm seeing right off the bat is he's using a lot of sidelight. Sidelight is a really good move. And honestly, it can be pretty abusable. But that being said, it can also get very predictable. Like, I'm gonna just kind of try to bait out a sidelight. Oh, there's a downlight. Yep, there's the sidelight. It is a really good move, though. I'm not gonna act like it's not. That thing is something that won't overly hurt you for spamming. But yeah. Now we're gonna try seeing maybe if we hit a dodge in. I wonder if he's gonna try to read that at all. Okay. Good dodge down. That's amazing. Recovery back to stage is relatively predictable. So you're doing a lot of dash-ins to attack from my first couple experiences here, which makes it way easier to like kind of see that your attack is coming out. That doesn't mean like you can't dash in for your attack, but it's good to use, you know, a mixture of both if you can, or sometimes just dash in and not do an attack, you know. Then you can kind of maybe get a thing out of me. That gravity cancel end sig was very interesting. I mean, you're getting back to stage. Okay. The side sig, that's like a panic kill option. That's not gonna kill yet. When it comes down to it, signatures aren't... You don't want to really throw them out unless you know you're gonna hit it. Not really know you're gonna hit it, but like kind of gonna kill with it. Because most of the time you throw out a signature, unless it's like a really like weird signature, like Lymphe Ensig especially, where it kind of has more than just the use of killing, you kind of want to save those for kill percent. Because otherwise you could probably get more damage if you hit a light attack anyways. Alright, let's see. Let's see him try to go. I'm going to try going just for a dodge in. Let's see if he even goes for a read or anything. Okay, so if you chilled out there and you just like backdashed, you could have gotten a little more out of me. You've thrown your weapon away twice out of just panic. Alright, I just wanted to get this weapon back. See what happens if he sidelights or anything. So here you could have came way closer to me. You kind of stayed back like you were scared after getting a hit. That doesn't mean go up and hug me, but you can still kind of play outside my zone while still taking up more space and still scaring me. Instead, I was kind of just like not scared at all because you didn't go anywhere near me. Okay. That was not supposed to hit. Okay. Hit me with sidelight. Okay. So now you're really panicking, you're getting really predictable, especially on your kills. On Cannon, you have downlight, and you can do that into Nair, which is a really good kill confirm. If you do not know it, you should totally try figuring it out real quick. Not real quick, but whenever you get the chance. It is super good for wrapping up stocks. Like, super good. It probably is like the fastest killing signature in the game. Let's see. Maybe we play some Cannon? I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to teach much while I'm playing Cannon. I have to focus too much on Cannon. So let's go Sword. Let's go Sword Gauntlets. That way we can show some gauntlets off. Kind of see if we can get some reads and show him some of that good jazz. But just some things from the first game. He dashed into a lot of his light attacks. He was doing a lot of side light. He seemed to maybe have heard me or something and slowed down the side lights a lot on gauntlets, but we also didn't see him on gauntlets too much. I'm literally writing some stuff down. Good to hear. Alright. Alright, boom, Ensig. He doesn't go for anything there. He wasted his dodge off stage, which is really bad to do. Just waste it. If you can hold onto your dodge off stage, you should hold onto your dodge off stage. So we're going to just try to play in his zone a little bit more this game. Maybe not exactly always start an attack, but we're just going to kind of just see how he reacts to me always being on him. Alright, and we're going to throw out a random signature. Yeah, I respect that. I think he was maybe reading a dodge down there. But oftentimes, like, right there, yeah, that was really good. Like, if you hit an opponent off stage, sometimes it's, like, really good just to sit and see if they'll maybe, like, give you a really easy dodge in. Good recovery back to stage. Yes. Yeah. So, gauntlets, you don't really have a good one off stage. That end light he did was terrible. You're not really catching anything there unless I, like, chase dodge through you, maybe. Oh. Okay. So, there you probably just want to jump dare out of your cannon side light, unless you're going to try to go for a read. I'm seeing you going for a lot of end light. I don't know why that is exactly. I don't think I've dodged down against you too much there. You haven't hit me with the read yet, so you should probably be swapping it up. Because even if I am dodging down against you, I'm not dodging down on that move, or at least in that situation, you know? That was good. That was a really good play. That was a terrible ground pound. You had me killed. So, what I want you to do, bro, you definitely need to work on your kill confirms. So, do that. So your downlight Ensigs on, not downlight Ensig, downlight Nair on, Cannon. That's really good for killing. It's probably one of the best. Hey, JT Mantis Killer, what up, brother? So yeah, practice that. He could go and watch the VOD. He could go in and watch the VOD. That's the goal. So he'll come back, watch the VOD at this point. So that way he can kind of come back and learn from it later. That way, you know, I can talk about all his problems. He can learn from them without having it affect how he's playing, right? So in case you're in here, Gat, my boy, you should also mute when we get the games going. But yeah, so kill confirms. You dashed a lot, which is really good. Sometimes it's not great to dash into every attack, but generally it's pretty solid. Yeah, I'm playing with viewers. I'm teaching them, you know, stuff they're doing. So, literally, Gat is an OG. Hey, baby shark. Gat is the OG. Oh wait, let's fix all this. We're doing training with gadgets on. Alright. Yeah, bro. The code's up at the top, and I'll give you some tips when it's your turn. So we're just doing 2 matches, and I'm giving explanations on what they could improve on. And then for what's his face, he did a couple pretty bad gravity cancels in the middle of the combos I was doing. Sometimes you just gotta think about where you're gonna be putting yourself. Alright, make sure you're muted up, Gat. And let's get this started. So first we're just gonna kind of like play back, kind of maybe see how he approaches us a bit. So I do know Gat is mostly a flipping greatsword player, so we'll probably see him get rid of, yep, exactly. That was what I was expecting. Okay, I want to see if he's gonna make me scared of sitting in the air, because I know one of his big problems from way back when was I was allowed to just, you're just allowed to sit up in the air against him. Good read. He just needed to, what's it called, input it better. That's something he's got to work on in training. something a lot of greatsword players like to do there is always go for that dodge in read. That's an interesting one because oftentimes once they learn the matchup, a lot of players don't dodge in there. So it's like almost like bad to do it. Sometimes I'll just do like a chase dodge recovery and like it's really hard for them to punish and it just safely covers a couple options off stage. If they dodge down, I mean, I'm not killing them, but what's it called? It's better than nothing. Yo! Yeah, literally, bro. It's been forever, brother. I'm glad you're getting better at guitars. Well, maybe we can help you get to gold, bro. So I've already got him scared to be on the ground. Maybe he looks like he's really fishing for recovery, so we're going to make him scared to sit in the air and see if he's going to play confident in his ground game. Because we definitely don't want that. You kind of, like on Greatsword, if you're going to commit to playing the ground game, you really got to commit. He's not baiting me into these recoveries or any of these kill moves. He's just throwing them out, you know? Which is way different than he should be. In the air, if you're trying to fish, you fish for side air. I've barely seen any side airs from him. Like, that is probably the best flipping light attack in the game. And I'm being dead honest. Kind of depends on who you ask. Some people will completely disagree with me. Some people will be like, abso-flippin'-lutely. Okay, so let's see how he wants to touch the ground. Falling Sare. Yeah, still no side airs. Grounded Nair. Not gonna kill. That was a bait. It wasn't very good, but that was a good read. So he's adjusting to the dodge ups. That's always a really good thing to make sure you're doing. Is not only muscle memorying. So he is scared of me now. He's not even throwing out attacks when I'm, you know, in front of him, like on unarmed at least. I guess would probably be the best way to put it. I have got him completely scared to play on the ground. Which, to be fair, on Greatsword, I don't really play the ground game. But he's not abusing side air properly in the air, and even then I still hold on to my stage control, where he's kind of jumping around loosey-goosey, just throwing out moves, hoping I run into it. Like, if I kind of maybe just kind of stand and don't even approach him, he's just gonna throw out a bunch of stuff at me and hope I run into it. Like, see? So I built up a pretty good presence, so he's like really scared of that. So something he could be doing more is, I'm not scared to sit right in front of him. Like, that dare literally proved it. If he'd have just side aired, I'd have been scared to sit in that area, but I'm not scared to sit in front of him. His side lights have been a little scary considering he's been getting a lot off of reads, but side lights also really predictable. So maybe I'll play some Greatsword just to show off what I mean. I don't really want to Ditto, so maybe just play some Katars. You don't want to join, but Ozzy's a demon. D, join, bruh. Join, bruh. Yeah, now he's playing the Petra. Katars are my love. Bruh, respect. Bro, why Bodvar? Bodvar's lame. Alright, bruh. We're doing 2 games for everyone, so. Okay, let's see about the gauntlets now. That was a really good bait. He used his movement to bait an attack out of me. I'll give him that. That side sig was just lucky. He could have possibly re-yanked it, but it'd be like that. I've already built up such a presence, he's scared to do an attack when he's not an advantage. So it's really good to, what's it called, approach with movement and all that, and play basically mostly movement. But so a pitfall a lot of players run into is they'll start, what's it calling instead, only using movement. Attacking is still really good because you want that area around you to be scary still, you know? Because if you're only using movement, I'm not scared if I'm near you, right? I'm scared of what happens when I miss you versus when I'm near you, you know? So as you can tell already, I've already, like, basically scared him from being just floaty in the sky. Like, he's already wanted to be on the ground, so he's gonna want to be into my greatsword strings a lot better. Just forced out a panic recovery because he's scared of me. He's scared of touching the ground because I've got him scared of the air. And he's scared of, what's it called? So he's scared of touching the ground, and he's scared of being in the air. So that's kind of something you really want to work on with greatsword, is you want to be using the aerials to force him onto the ground, which is something I've done really good this stock. So something he could be doing to counteract that is he needs to stop jumping as much as he is and be willing to throw out an attack at me while also, you know, not throwing away his stock. You know, because he's got to be scary, but also not scary, you know? So, getting to the ground where he uses movement, he's got to be less scared of landing. While also still, you know, not giving me free hits. So, it's not as easy as it sounds, but he's got to kind of get to the ground while baiting me into thinking he's not. Without jumping as much, because I feel like he's trying to bait out a lot out of me. I will 1v1 you, Anzu. Not now, I have to go. Alright. Oh, you're on the best version of you. Respect. Alright. Peace out, baby shark. Yo, GG Gat. Hopefully that helped. Oh, it's JT! Hi, amigo. I just hit plat again on mobile. Yo, dove, brother. Respect. If you want help getting diamond, bro, I've got a lobby open, bro. The cookie's been doing really good. I am trash. Well, let's help make you not trash. Genie, I mean, I got like 4,000 hours on this, 3,700 on here, and I've got another 800 on the Switch. So it makes sense. All right, starting out with the Lin Fei. Respect. So Lin Fei's got Katars and Cannon. So that's the stance I would rock. There used to be reason to rock 9 decks, but you said you were silver, so that doesn't matter too much. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to figure out. So let me get this across. You should mute as soon as you can. Yeah. So if you can mute up, that'd be amazing. So that way you don't hear me. All right. I think he's ready now. Alright. A lot of air dodges, but they haven't been bad yet. I'm just scared of when they're going to become bad. So, when you jump dodge, you get pretty unique movement that can be pretty good. But if you get punished, you can get bullied like crazy, especially by weapons like Scythe and Katars. Katars, you get put in the half pipe, which you don't really want to be in. You want to avoid that as much as you can. Already noticing some wake-ups after I caught some of your early dodges. But yeah. A lot of air dodges. So you're jumping into a dodge. A lot. Alright, so we're gonna just bait him in. See what he does. A lot of attacks for your approaching. You're approaching with a lot of attacks. There you just did a dodge in, which honestly will get you bullied in gold and plat. A lot of Scythe players will read that into other string weapons. They eventually learn how in the world to, you know, set up for kills like that. The weapon though wasn't bad. I was just so close to you that it didn't look very good. So he's doing a lot of attacking to get in. Gat was having kind of the opposite problem where Gat wasn't throwing out enough attacks to scare me. So I was kind of able to just kind of sit near him and be, you know, coasting scot-free. This guy, I'm a little scared of being in his zone, but because of that, I'm able to kind of bait being in his zone. Like, we're gonna bait out a dare soon. There we go. There's the dare. I mean, a little slow to punish it, but you're seeing what I'm talking about. So he's doing a lot of attacks to approach me, where if he did a little bit more movement, like kind of like that, he could maybe get an attack out of me instead. Or maybe even a spot dodge. He had more to that combo, but he chose not to go for it. Next time you just recovery there, or you do cannon dare, and then follow me up like that. Weapon throw down. Okay, good mix up. Air dodge again. So you would get so much if you dashed on the ground instead of using all your dodges in the air. You are dodging like crazy in the air. That doesn't mean don't do it. That just means do it less. Right? Because jump dodging isn't exactly bad if it's used within reason. I'm Diamond, but I changed my settings and messed me up. Respect. If I join, I'm playing Koji. And I know you don't want the ditto. Alright, I'll play someone else then, Genie. Just for you. Alright, JT. You gonna play another one? I'll give you a couple seconds. There we go. Alrighty, so we swapped from Qatar Cannon to Bodvar. I got you, bruh. So remember things that he was doing on the Lin Fei was he was throwing out a lot of attacks instead of really moving around me. He's already waking up like crazy. Yep, we're baiting out these attacks like crazy. Just from literally hitting him and walking away, we're baiting out an attack. So that's also something you can kind of notice in your own games, guys, is whether you're being like this or if you run into someone like this. Because you'll notice I'm doing a lot of just, like, kind of just sitting outside of his attack range. Like, here we're going to get a Hammer Sare. Okay, not the direction I expected it, but it was the move I was expecting. So, what you would benefit right now is you're playing really floaty. So if you stay more ground, you see how much more I'm staying on the ground versus you? I'm staying on the ground and I'm using my dashes to kind of go in and out of your space. I do not quite have you scared, so you're mostly just focused on hitting me. But do you remember I also have hitboxes I can hit you with and kind of interrupt your attacks as well? So I should be extending this, but I'm just trying to get the point across that you are throwing out so many panic attacks the moment I kind of enter your area. If you chilled out a little bit, you'll realize I go in and out a lot. Or I just sit right outside of the zone, so you think you can get your hit out. So, something that helps a lot with this, like I said earlier, is just staying grounded, right? So you get your dashes a lot, right? You can just dash as much as you flipping want, and that would allow you to, you know, kind of get more into my zone. Or maybe if I'm half in your zone, instead of attacking me, you could pressure me by dashing towards me, and then maybe you'll get a panic attack out of me or something, right? So you can kind of use the dash as like a bait into your attack. Because right now, the area you're around right now, you surround, is very scary because of what's it called? All your attacks. But like, what's it called? Not scared of the area immediately after it. Like the area out of a dodge. Like dash, if you dash sidelight, that would probably catch me off guard. Because I'm playing outside of sidelight mostly. So I'm kind of floating outside that area, or your side airs. So just being grounded allows you to get that dash, which allows me to have a harder time kind of baiting out attacks from you. thought that was true. Alright, let's see what he handles off stage. Okay. Panic dodges that way. Doesn't want to go to the weapon exactly. I mean, I respect it. I do think he had a chance to get the weapon there just fine. But I also completely understand not wanting to. But yeah, then again, there was the down late. You were just really scared of me being in your area, and you just wanted to hit me out. So, I completely understand why you want to attack a lot. You just want to get going a bit. But at the same time, you do got to chill out, breathe a little bit, and use your movement. Use your dashes, stay on the ground a little bit more. That doesn't mean sit only on the ground, because then you get predictable, so. Let's play Katars against you. Maybe Spear, actually. Let's see. He doesn't want the Ditto, so what if we do Wushang? He plays Wushang. I join. My name is Pollinator. Alright, sounds good, brother. Keeps landing with attacks. That keeps getting him punished. Exactly. So he's throwing out a lot too many moves. Yeah, bro. Don't worry. These are my first games on as well. Oftentimes, your first couple games can expose a lot of bad habits. So, something to really work on is not needing a warm-up as much. Which, it gets better the more you play, but I feel like after 4,000 some hours, I've finally gotten to that point where I feel like I can play the same without him. So that was a very bad dodge right there. Do make sure you're muted in case you haven't already, so if that be in between stocks or not. Going ahead. But I hit you off stage, and you dodged directly in. That is like the worst dodge in the game. Off stage directly in. There's another one right there. Let's just do another one. Good dodge up. So I'm seeing two dodges. I'm seeing a dodge away and a dodge in. So right now I could almost 50-50 you in terms of dodge reads. There's the side light. Yo, hey Neil Reaper! So I bet you if we get a side light over here, I could probably get a dodge in read. No, he didn't dodge in there. Dodge in onto stage. That could be punishable, but until you get punished, it's honestly a pretty good option to do once a game, a couple times a game. Just don't spam it, because then it will get red, and you take a whole 70 damage. Okay. Yeah, you gotta anti-air with the bow and keep me at bay with downlight and side light. You're using side light really well. Control first side, which I'm getting used to. Oh, absolutely. That's way better. I'd be rushing in too much. Yeah, that's literally your problem, bro. There's the dodge in towards stage. Another dodge in towards stage. Nope. Okay. He's starting to chill out on those dodges. It's either that or it's just because he's choosing not to dodge, which are good dodges not to dodge on, I'll admit. So let's sit back, see if we can get a dodge in. So he's doing a lot of dodge-ins to this, like, area over here. He's trying to get a dodge into that area, that little circle I was making. That's like a safe haven for you. So from what it looks like to me is when you're center stage or something like that, you like to dodge away. Which, yeah, see? There we go. So your dodges there are pretty readable. Why is this guy playing Shang, bro? He needs the coaching here. Shush, 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 shush. Maybe, okay, I'll pull up the Koji for you now. All good, brother, all good. Dude, it's going really well, bro. Yeah, I'm silver at 1180. Yeah. Take in some of these tips, bro, and you'll improve a lot. What level is your Queen Eye? 25. She was literally exactly level 25 yesterday, and then I played like a singular game on her. Okay, so today, now in this game, we're gonna kind of try to sit back. I was kind of abusing him in, what's it called? So I kind of just want to see how he approaches me. That end light was really good, catch my landing. There, I don't know why he downlighted the other way, but it was honestly a pretty good downlight if he pointed it the right way. That was really good play. You're honestly doing a lot of damage right here. You're getting a lot of pressure off of me. You're tracking me really good right here. I'll give you that. Not letting me land. Good. He's doing really good when he's applying the pressure is what what I'm taking away from this. When he's applying the pressure, he's doing really good. Yeah, in my elo, I mean, you still use more SIGs than usual, but you only use them out of light attacks, really. So I feel like maybe we should start sitting back in his zone again. Because we're seeing his strength. His strength is definitely, what's it called? Keeping up pressure and, you know, doing a lot of damage off of it. So let's try to see what happens if we kind of just, like... We're gonna really try to pressure him. Kind of like we were JT earlier. We're gonna, like, do a lot of backdashes into an attack. There we just got out prioritized. A little unfortunate. Good dash side light. That was beautiful. Okay, now we're just... I don't hit that because it's supposed to... You're only supposed to do that if it's close. I'm at far. You're supposed to hit far down light, then you go for... What's it called? Beautiful. How long does this stream go, by the way? Probably a couple hours. So at least like another hour and a half. So, plenty of time to get everyone in. Okay. But yeah, you see how I slow down and he's doing really good? I'm trying to see if maybe... I wonder if I just start SIG spamming on Koji if he struggles at all. Because he's doing really good when he's not being constantly pressured, so... Maybe he runs into a lot of attacks. I'm going to just try mashing a little more and see if that is one of his problems, is that maybe he just runs into a lot of hitboxes. Because when I wasn't throwing out hitboxes, he was getting a lot off on me, which was really good. But he could also just be attacking as if I don't have a hitbox anywhere. So, what I'm realizing is you might be struggling to avoid some of these hitboxes and kind of avoid my, you know, areas. You're really good at setting up into your areas, but you're really struggling when it comes down to, what's it called? Avoiding mine. So, you're good getting into your areas for hits, bad at avoiding mine. So, you might just need to think about the areas you should be avoiding on me a bit more. Especially on, like, Katars, you gotta, like, go into the zone and then kind of around, you know? Oh, poop. Yo, PSG. Pollinator, can you please demote s'il vous plaît? I don't know how I managed to dip, but I did. Yo, you did pretty good, Genie. You got a lot of compliments now. Okay, I'm about to make a new lobby, boys. Please, PSG, thank you. What a goat. Alright. Neon Reaper, we're just letting whoever gets in first go. I just think that's fair. I kind of want to see your Queen Nai. Maybe I'll do a Queen Nai one of the next ones. I do actually have a video up of me playing Queen Nai. I also have a stream where I played her in a tournament because it was fun. I felt like so nervous. Bro, let me tell you, bro, you're gonna learn so much from that. Like, dead honest. You're good, bro. You're good. Remember, that wasn't about winning. It was about learning. So, I kind of exposed a lot of your weaknesses there. But you also have some really prominent strengths. So, once you figure out your weaknesses, you might literally jump up like 400 ELA. Like, at the end there, like, I feel like I kind of, like, really summed up your biggest weakness. And your strength was, like, really good. I was having a lot of time, a lot of struggles when you were lining up your zones. So, your spacing was good on your part. You just got to get better at spacing your opponent type vibe. Okay. I mean, you did that to yourself, bruh. I had you with the save. Don't take advice from a guy who can't hit Deli Sarah on sword. Shush. I can hit it sometimes. Okay, so you're on Artemis and you're playing Lance and Lance only. Artemis doesn't have the best Lance. His Lance is alright. The Sigs are mediocre. The side Sig is like good at lower ranks, but then it becomes increasingly worse. Okay. I'm struggling to figure out what's going on here. Alright. That was a good bait. So what I'm seeing is you might be throwing out a lot of attacks that aren't quite in my area. You're kind of just throwing out attacks to throw out an attack, maybe? Okay, if you want to get the weapon, you can go on ahead and get the weapon. Let's see if we see any panic side sigs. That was really good because I wasted my dodge. Yo, what's up? What's the line looking like? I think we got like 3 or 4 other people, but it's honestly just whoever mashes in first. So you could be next if you mashed hard enough. I do have a whole nother match with this guy after though. Okay. So you're also playing really scared of me at kill percent, which made that really easy to line up. You were not really even wanting to commit to anything. Which, to a certain extent, you don't really want to overcommit, but you just weren't committing, you know? Okay, so you're getting your hit and then you're going crazy. Makes sense. Punishing a lot of jumps. Let's see if I stay grounded a bit more, how you deal with it. A lot of stupid weapon throws. You got Lance and Scythe. You should really not be throwing them as much when you're in that situation. Off stage, like this. You could get so much done by throwing out an attack or using movement to get around instead. Especially considering your weapon throws have been seeming very, what's it called? Panic-induced, you know? You're not really just doing it for the heck of it. Wait, no, I still hate. Oh, probably. No problem, Genie. Yeah, you could join on mobile. Okay, so he was playing Artemis. We'll pull out Artemis for him. Oh, I don't want to play Linfei. I am Bod Brian when I say I mean. That is so funny. So, what I want you to do, Paul, is I want you to focus on having more thought behind your attacks. Being more thoughtful with every attack is very good. That doesn't mean don't throw them out, but I felt like you were doing a lot of like these earlier in the game. Later you started to like hone in on it a little bit better, but I mean you still had some very wacky, goofy ones. And hold on to your weapon a little more, or at least make your weapon throws a little more thoughtful. Because right now you're just kind of throwing them to throw them, saying, "Hey, throwing a weapon will, you know, solve my problems," you know. When in reality, it's just making your problems worse, because now instead of having Lance or Scythe in those situations, you have Unarmed in those situations. Alright, let's see if he follows the same trend on Ada. So that was a good movement back to stage. It was a dodge in, so that can be pretty punishable. So do keep in mind whether your opponent punishes that, and don't make it a habit, because then you'll get got doing it a lot. Oh, Zoo, teach me. Oh my gosh, big fan. But you're half the channel. You know it. Okay. I'm finding you off stage a lot. I mean, I understand I'm kind of pressuring you a lot, and I mean, I'm throwing you towards the off stage, but you're also like moving there as well. Which isn't always a bad thing, but just keep in mind that you are putting yourself in a bad position every time you do that. You're taking away risk now to get, you know, reward later, but it can also be readable, so it can kind of, you know, backfire. I did say risk now, reward later. Kind of moving the risk later is what I mean. I'm mobile with controller respect. Yeah. Ada will probably forever be bottom 3. He got her off of random. So, it's really hard to tell because I don't think he quite fully understands what he's doing on Ada. I kind of wish we got another game on the Artemis, but the Artemis wasn't exactly doing bad. You just needed to have more confidence in it. So, let's see. Does he throw out? Yeah, you're kind of just throwing out attacks. Yeah, so he's still doing the throw out attacks just randomly. He's gonna miss an attack on blasters, throw out blaster dare. Watch. Oh, that's a weapon throw. It seemed like he had reason behind it, so I'm not gonna box him on it. It'd been a while since he threw his weapon before that. Early recovery, he could. Something you can do is you can wait to use all your movement to just barely touch this, so you can kind of like recover down like that. That can do a lot. But do keep in mind, against some weapons it can actually be kind of bad. Like gauntlets, if you don't have your dodge, being right here to gauntlets is really scary. Same with blasters because they have really big hitboxes as well. Same with spear ground pound. But like those type of things where it's like hard to avoid the weapon without, you know, a dodge. Do keep in mind of where you're at off stage and how you recover. Okay, so let's get him to miss an attack. Jump there. He did a jump still. He might not be muted, so he might be just, you know, trying to not jump there as much as he can. We're probably going to get a panic ground pound. Yeah, no dodge there. Yo, I'm hard stuck goal. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Alright, brother. Well, I got the room card on screen. We do have quite a bit of people in here trying to get going. So, yeah. But yeah, that's, what's up, Paul. How's your gameplay with Hollow Knight going? It's going pretty good. We made a lot of progress yesterday. Alright, so we have a Mordex. Let's just go back to the Koji. The Koji's just been, you know, really good, just basic character. Nothing too crazy about him. I play super fundamental, and we see how they react. So, mute me if you can, PSG, so that way you don't hear me. And that way it doesn't affect how you play. I won't kill you if the game starts. If you need a second. Alrighty, so we're gonna play a little slower. Get to know him a little bit. So instantly we have a dodge directly at me. Another dodge in. He delayed it a lot, which makes it a lot harder to catch. I do have a feeling that was on accident. Another dodge in there. Playing really floaty. He's really scared, so maybe if I start, I might be able to start end lighting a lot. I'm liking the dash and attacks he's getting because he's mixing it in really well. But honestly, it might become predictable because he's gonna always dash whenever he's on the ground. Whenever he's in the air, he's gonna float. Is at least how I'm expecting this to go. Just already right off the bat. There he did not an attack, which as you saw, I gave up so much stage control and positioning just because he didn't throw out an attack there. So that's kind of where like movement can do a lot for you. Right there, what you could have done is you could have nared to kind of protect yourself, like as you touch that wall. That is a really good thing to do on basically every weapon. I could show it off real quick, like that. Just to kind of protect you. It makes it a little harder to get a hit off. Can out-prioritize some stuff. I didn't play yesterday. I meant last time. My bad. I did not play Hollow Knight yesterday. Don't worry. Cat. So, I think we need to start punishing this dodge in now. And we're going to see until, see if he can, what's it called? Start adjusting to it now that we're, like, going to start punishing it. He's even doing it way off there. That dodge is not great when you have all your movement, especially on a map that's small like Brawlhalla. So I'm gonna just try to hit like a side light into a side light. Mako's the best greatsword legend, and Katars are most like gauntlets for you. I ain't got actually a clue what to do there. Not a chronic bowman. Yeah, so we're just gonna keep on doing this until maybe he stops doing his, what's it called? So you see how much damage I've gotten off of just one really bad dodge habit? Like, he's always dodging in towards me. So it is pretty good to realize what type of dodge in they're doing. Sometimes it's always in towards stage, sometimes it's always towards you. So something I used to do is I always give up an excuse for why they're doing this dodge. So at first I would be like, huh, are you just dodging in to get to me, or are you dodging away from stage? Oh, that time it looked like it was definitely towards me. That can help a lot with reading dodges. Okay, no dodge. That was a very bad sidelight recovery. But I didn't mash hard enough, so he kind of got really lucky there. So his neutral seeming pretty good. No dodge in there. Is he gonna dodge in there now? Yes. So literally right now he would get so much from doing like any other dodge, just because it's not gonna get punished by me, right? I'm literally catching one singular dodge. I'm lining up an attack for this one singular dodge. If he even dodged like up and in like every other time, I'd have to like split up my focus between the two. Maybe I'd go for a dodge read that catches both but doesn't give me a whole full side light down light. Okay, so another thing we've noticed is that he kind of struggles to land. When he's on the ground and near the ground, he does really good, but he's wasting all of his movement above me. Okay, that was beautiful. He baited out an attack. This guy's biggest issue is literally that dodge. Like, and another thing is, like, if I played someone like Teros and I hit him off stage with like an end light, like right here, I could just get a nice easy end sig and he's dead at yellow. So, oh, but sword's starting to bore me more. Literally, every Greatsword legend is brain dead beside Magyar, who's bottom one, so don't play GS unless you sell your integrity. Bruh. EU would be something else. I don't think we would make much progress there. All right, yes. Let me pull out the Mordex for you. Show you what I would do out of like combos and stuff. Because you also didn't hit me with too many reads. Not like I feel like I was mixing up my dodge a fair bit. 8th grade graduation respect. I think my fundamentals are good, but I feel like I swing too much. I'm not as passive as I should be. So a big thing about playing passive is it gives you a lot of benefits early, but can kind of, what's it called? It has a lower skill ceiling, right? So being aggressive will always benefit you more. The thing is knowing how to be aggressive. So there's like two different types of aggressive. There's like aggressive with movement, and then there's like aggressive while mashing attacks. Generally, the aggressive while mashing attacks isn't very good. You kind of want to aggress with movement more. Okay, that was... See, that... He almost died for that dash in simply because of his dodge in habit. No dodge in there, which was really good. We're still going to keep reading that dodge in just because I kind of want to see it in action. That didn't catch his head. There we go. There's the dodge in. So, like, even if he's not doing it every time anymore, I just know that every other time he's going to be going there, so I can kind of just throw out an attack. That being said, he's also using a lot of dodge in to get back to stage. That dodge away was terrible. It looked like a misinput. So now he's... So you don't really want to use your dodge there. You do not want to use your dodge down there off stage. Or like that. So now he should wait till he gets his dodge back so he has his movement back. But he's been dodging in there. So we're just going to keep throwing him off stage until he eventually mixes it up and goes up or down. Or not at all, because you know what? That is a very good mix-up. Like, what he did to get back to stage there was amazing. Alright. So, something he seems very scared of is being off stage. So, something you have to learn is not to be scared of going off stage. This can be like your safety bin. Because whenever he's off stage, he always has to dodge back into safety. Whether that be because I hit him with a flipping move that sends him off stage and he dodges back instantly, or whether that's because that's how he gets back onto stage. So he's finally dodging in less. Like, less is the thing, but he's still doing it. If you would just hold up and dodge, I kid you not, you would gain a lot of elo. But simply because of his dodge habit, he's putting himself in a lot of bad positions, which you're seeing him have to float a lot more, which is his other weakness, is he is not very good at landing. So he's kind of just being constantly toggled around in a row because he's constantly going at me. Like, he's at the point where he's not even attacking me out of this dodge in. He's, like, just being scared of it, so. But yeah, bro, dead honest, dude, if you stop dodging in as much, you will literally gain so much elo. Once I stopped dodging and I climbed exactly, you get got by everyone. I'm gonna show some in school, because that's also the, most dangerous dodge, because everyone can punish that. Whether you're a Taros player, whether you're a Scythe player, or a Guitar player, just, that's such a safe commitment to punish. That's oftentimes people's, like, main thing they go for, is they'll just go for a dodge in read first. Maybe later, bro, but right now we got a lot of other people ahead, so. If you want, you can go back and watch just go back to the VOD a bit, so that might help as well. I have a feeling I can beat you. With the way your dodge in goes, that is not going to happen. Yes, I do have a Discord. I'll send it to you in a minute, okay? When we're done with this game. Give him weapon. Alright, so first you're gonna play, like, slower. Make sure you have me, what's it called? Muted if you can, Sniff. Alright. We're going. So that side sig is very risky. I could have dropped down there and punished him for it, because he no longer has a dodge off stage. Which, to be fair, he's on one of the weapons that it matters less on. Scythe and Gauntlets, having a dodge off stage, while not, is definitely not good. It's less impactful than some other weapons, just because I still have to go down there and commit. But yeah, he wasted his dodge there, and I proceeded to, you know, punish them for it, because now they can't dodge any of my attacks. But if they throw out an attack, guess who's got to dodge? Me. But I'm also the one on stage, so I kind of control the pace, you know? I mean, I'm able to bait out his attacks easier. So, what I'm trying to ask him to do is I'm just trying to ask him to sit on this ledge. So, what he seems to do is he always likes to hold in. He is constantly holding in. Every attack he's going to do is going to be directly at me. Every movement he's going to do is directly at me. Like, you can see his jumps are directed towards center stage. Makes me think that no matter where I hit him from, he's going to dodge towards center stage as well. Okay, that's a little too close. So, I feel like if I hit, like, a down lane here, he'll dodge in. You shouldn't really... Yeah, exactly. He dodged directly there. He dodged in towards this. So, just from the way he was holding, I literally predicted his two... what's it called? 2 dodges. Just because he's always holding in. So, he's going to hold in. Yep, there we go. He reacted to me that time. But you saw how that happened. So, he's holding in a lot. And now I've kind of got him scared of me. But you see how much space I'm giving him to land? If he just took this little corner right here, right where I'm standing, he would get stage back, which makes him a lot harder to predict. Right there. You see what I'm talking about? Now that I gave him some stage, he's already done so much more. So let me give him some stage again. See? Now he can dash into attacks. Dash to get away. Dash for safety. You see how much harder it is for me to do anything to him? But because I held him off stage and kept, like, you know, punishing him for moving in, it kind of went like that, you know? So, let's see. How do I want to play this? Alright, he's going Yumiko. We'll play the Mordex. Oh, so you're such a pro. You have to stop whiffing. You have to stop dodging in first, Paul. That's your biggest problem. Because then it also puts you in bad spots, which makes it easy for me to punish you for whiffing. My peak is 1850. Oh, I forgot. My elo is, right now it's like 2200 this season. My peak's 2400. I troll anymore. So much fun. Okay. Yeah, he's using that little spot we talked about a little bit more. But something I'm seeing right now, this could be because he's not on his comfort pick, but he didn't even throw out a hammer weapon attack. So I was feeling very safe in his area, you know? So while it's good to use movement and all to, you know, approach and all that, it's bad to only use movement. Because suddenly you're just waiting for me to miss, and instead you're not scaring me, you know? You want to scare me as well. So you gotta use movement, but also, you know, not. Jump in. So I can literally, simply because of how I know he's doing this. So if you ever run into somebody who's always holding in at you, you can see I can kind of just wait a way farther distance than normal. Because I know where he's gonna be soon, right? If he's always holding in, that means my side air, I don't need to try hitting it where he's at like that, right? I can kind of just sit and wait and hit it when he moves into my hitbox instead of having me move into his hitbox type vibe. Good recovery. That recovery was not very good. I mean, it was a mix-up though, but it was interesting. There's the dodge in. That also could be seen as a dodge towards the weapon. So he's sending out a lot more side light. See, that end light, I'm a little more scared of being completely stacked on him now because of that end light. So that was a really good play right there. Get me off of you. That side was really good. You caught me moving in. Doing the exact same thing you've been doing. He held away. Yes. See, I'm honestly, you can see I'm a lot more cautious. Simply because he starts holding away a bit more, I'm not able to just brain dead wait for him to walk towards me. Like, even if I'm not exactly playing passive, I'm just getting what it will guarantee me a hit. That gravity cancel could have been a lot better if you did it closer to the ground, where you would get your dodge back right away. And a dash, so it's a lot more scary for me to punish. It was a mediocre one. Alright, back to the Koji we go. I have a thought. Is it best to start a match off with in-dodge reads? It's usually safe bet for you and dangerous for them. Of course, adapt as you learn. I agree with what Optic said right after that. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, one sec, JT. Let me get you the Discord link. Alright, here you go. Here you go. Here's this for you. Bro, wait, what? It won't let me send. I'm on YouTube right now. It's not the, it's just Azu. If you type Azu Brawlhalla, it'll allow me to send it to you. It's in the description on the YouTube side. So, yeah. There you can find the Discord. Okay, he wants Scythe. Okay. Already a dodge away. That's already a big improvement. Dodge aways are a lot harder to, you know, a lot less safe to punish, I guess you can say. So I actually have to commit to him. Well, I mean, it's not good to only dodge away. It's just how it be. So we used the dodge in there and then instantly did an attack. I kind of read that, like, type of vibe. I was not expecting a diagonal. So that's 2 diagonal dodges in. So he's almost, by the looks of it, he's always going to use his dodge in the air to land. He's already swapped that up maybe a bit. Scare him. Oh, okay, that's supposed to be a jump there, because I had basically a guarantee there. That side sig is pretty predictable. You have, the best time to throw out that side sig is when you like hit me with like an end lane and I end up over here. Then it can get a little scary for me. But otherwise, it's just kind of like predictable. I'm kind of waiting for it. It's semi-reactable. It's fast, but it's like semi-reactable. Just because if it's the thing I'm predicting, it's the thing I can, you know, avoid. Good movement there. Bad punish on what you made me do. That was good because you just picked up a weapon. So I have a feeling you're going to start throwing out a lot of signatures to wrap up this kill. So let's see if you do just that. That weapon throw is terrible. Gauntlets can kill pretty consistently with recovery. So you can do a lot of like fall down recoveries. Like I'm going to do this nair. You could do that kind of like with a recovery. Like that. I do that a lot when I'm trying to fish for a kill on gauntlets. I do that until they start punishing me for it. Because you go so high up so fast, it can be pretty safe. But you also do have to know when to stop things like that. So there's that signature I was talking about. He's literally going to resort to that signature to kill. Or an offstage gimp. Be ready for a ground pound. So he's being a lot more predictable now. Instead of finding space, he's just instantly running at me and throwing out an attack, right? The nair doesn't quite kill. I would have done the exact same thing there, though. But maybe I would have sent him backwards if I didn't think I was going to kill there. Just because sometimes the positioning is more important on site. And then Enlight. So now he's taking his space back, but now he's scared. He's scared. So we have officially scared him. So now I can kind of just throw out whatever I want. I might eventually get hit with a random wake up, but the damage I'm gonna get from playing safe, not scared, is gonna be crazy. Like you see his health at orange. He hit me once. I got all of that by getting hit once. Yeah, so now he's going to be really scared. He's going to try to shoot me away. So I'm going to be either be able to just walk in and hit him. Or I'm going to be able to, pressure him. What's it called? My movement. That was a good downlight. You have not made me scared of that area yet. You've been mostly getting a lot more of the closer range hits. So the downlight definitely caught me off guard. Don't 3 exclamation mark. You do gotta come back eventually. That can get you killed a lot. Now you just threw out a desperation T-Sig. So when you get behind, this was not actually that far off of a game. When you get behind, you start going for a lot of desperate options. When if you stay grounded a bit more, you know, feeling free to jump sometimes, but not jumping like 8 times in a row. Feeling free to jump sometimes definitely helps there. So, I'm going to show you that you can kill a Mordex. It is 100% possible. Yeah, alright. I guarantee half of my 1.5-ish is just sparring on. So, yeah, literally half your hours are. Dude. Yeah, Eli showed me the thing. Dodging is probably the worst dodge for you to have, Paul. So, definitely learn to cut that muscle memory. I don't care if you have to get a new dodge. As long as it's not dodge up, dodge in, it's way, you know, more beneficial for you. Granted, you should be mixing them up. Okay, so as we can see already, he's already gotten more hits on me than he did that whole, like, last 2 stocks of him. Just because he's already, like, it's like a mental reset, you know? He's no longer scared. He's throwing out good attacks. Like there, that was a beautiful punish. He baited me away. We'll say though, he's giving up a lot of stage control right now. So, you're running to the corners of the screen, which is the one thing Scythe boosts you at. So I generally would say Scythe doesn't carry you at all in the game. But there's one thing that Scythe does that a lot of other weapons don't, is that it has reversals from multiple spots on the screen. You got downlight, you got dare, flipping nair. All of those can send backwards, so oftentimes you can feel free to kind of do something like this, where you give me a lot of space. See how I gave him space and how much he got, what's it called? how he got a whole hit on me simply because I gave him the space and the ability to do something like that. So you kind of want to maximize how much space you take from somebody without getting hit. Okay, so he seems to prefer the scythe. I think that means he'd probably prefer to have, you know, the scythe tips. My scythe is better than my gaunts, so it makes sense. He can help a little better. There's the dodge away. Good dodge. Dodge away. Nope. Okay. How he was holding space there. That Sair missed. That's kind of a whatever Sair. Like, I respect him going for the Sair. What he did after missing the Sair was kind of what was bad. I mean, we're gonna miss attacks, right? I am not gonna act like I've hit every attack this flipping time we've been practicing it, alright? Condition him to dodge. Yeah, you simply have to spam join just Caden. So from what I can tell, he's got really good dodge mix-ups. He might not dodge enough. I'm not quite 100% sure on that one. It's not good to only mash dodge though, so it's good to kind of mix it up. But it seems like almost every other one. You want to know what another thing you might be struggling with? So watch, I'm gonna... Okay, that was not what I meant to do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bait out a dodge from him, right? I'm gonna hit him with a move. He's gonna dodge. I'm gonna try to catch his next landing. And it's gonna be really free to do, so. Alright, bro, you're not supposed to be hearing this, so you can't, like, you know, intentionally not do what you're supposed to, okay? The goal is for you to improve. So he's gonna do the dodge. Okay, that's not the dodge he's been doing, so that was actually a good dodge there, because he gets his dodge back after. So when he's wasting his dodge, he's not doing either of these. He's not resetting neutral or attacking me right away. Granted, that was kind of exactly what happened, but I'm not feeling really pressured after his dodges. So you can jump out of your dodge, you can cancel your dodge by holding it the other way. The way you act out of your dodges have been pretty predictable, more so than your dodges themselves. Your dodges are very well mixed up, but you did, what's it called? A lot of them. Paul, we're gonna try getting somebody else in here first. We got, what's it called? 2 people in the lobby who haven't gone yet. So we're gonna try getting Tony and Adriel in here. I gave you a whole thing on what you were doing on the VOD. You did pretty good. You do definitely have some flaws though that you could definitely worry about. Work on. Okay. I play ranked instead of anything else. I want to play Brawlhalla. It helps break down anxiety. Exactly. Caring about your load is pointless. Yeah, everyone gets 2 matches. When I play ranked, people just start watching me and breathing down my neck. Backseat gaming. So you have too much pressure. Feel free to go for some crazy stuff, you know? There's times I have free as like my study hours. Understood. All good, bro. Adriel, if you could, whenever you get the sec, make sure you do mute. I need to remember to be telling people that because it is better for you, because then you can, what's it called, learn from this experience better, because then it doesn't affect your play. And then you go back and watch the VOD later. A lot of dodge down, but I'm loving the fast falls. You're doing a lot of fast falls, at least from what I could tell. It's really good to fast fall a lot. That's one of the movements that don't get punished too much. It doesn't really get punished until really higher elos, is when people will start reading fast falls. Hey, raindrops. Exactly. I was silver at one point, so, but here I am teaching people how to get out of like plat or even go higher diamonds, so. Okay. That was a good bait, low-key. So, one thing I'm seeing from you right now, Adriel, is your attacks have been very televised. You're kind of telling me you're gonna attack before you do it, you know? I could tell you were gonna throw an attack at some point out of that dash, when in reality you either could have let it go sooner, or you could have, what's it called? Kind of just gave up on the attack overall and kind of just stood still, kind of took your positioning on stage. I will say your dashing is definitely benefiting you a lot, but you are, you might need to practice doing a little more dashing into attacks, like directly. And also canceling your dashes would help you a lot with your movement. You're doing a lot of dashes, so it's definitely making you move around the screen quicker. So you've been able to kind of maintain a consistent, what's it called, pressure on me when I let you on the ground. You've been struggling a bit with landings as well. And your attacks have been televised, but you've been using your movement really well to kind of, what's it called though? Either get yourself out of bad situations or to put me into a bad situation. The problem is once you put me in that bad situation, you take either a while to throw out your attack, or you do a very predictable attack that doesn't really hit exactly, I want to say. Something along those lines. Oh, welcome, Sirena. This is Azu's scheme to create a new generation of passive players, by the way. Wait, true. Okay, so we have Nyx. We'll go to the Val. Is this how it's your first character? Azuleo. Mix up are such a knowledge tech. I forgot he can double cross up and BRC it. What? Dude, that's what I'm saying though. Leo seems really cool. Alright. That was a beautiful dodge right there. So if I were to go based off movement alone, I would say you're probably like 1900 maybe. Your movement's been pretty crisp, but your attacks and stuff have been kind of like off a little bit. Like, I can't tell, maybe you're attacking with a purpose, but you're taking too long to realize what your purpose is. Like, you might be, maybe you like dash in and then decide what move you're gonna do. But your movement's been really good. It's just you're struggling to, what's it called, do anything meaningful with your attacks, I guess. What the reason for that is, I don't quite know. But that's at least what I'm noticing. So you're doing a lot of dodge downs now. It was a really good dodge earlier, but it's becoming slowly but surely a worse dodge. You touched the ground there. That's actually unfortunate. So every dodge has its own pros and cons. But every dodge, once it's been done too much, becomes a bad dodge. So I'm going to hit him with a side light, and we're going to get a falling nair into a bunch of other stuff. All because he's done that same dodge over and over again. And it's not a dodge in, but it's still pretty punishable, and he's still doing it. Alright, I'll cut that combo off short so we don't have to, you know, abuse your flipping star to the high heavens. So now that I've kind of made you scared of your dodge and everything, you've taken a lot of damage and you don't quite fully understand why. You're playing very on the back foot. Like, you're running away, you're attacking me defensively. You're attacking where you think I'm gonna be because I'm always hitting you, right? You're attacking the zones where I would hit you at instead of where I'm at, or something along those lines, you know? Or baiting out a punish. Which is why that second stock went by so fast. Is a mixture of your dodges and your neutral has slowly degraded due to pressure being too much for you. So you got to figure out how to calm down and still apply pressure, which could be really hard to figure out how to do that against players better than you. I'm aware. I have my own problems against that, against like certain players. Like if you guys ever see me against Blunts, if he does really good against me, I can struggle to figure out how in the world I'm supposed to aggress him. But you don't want to become my training dummy type vibe. You want to make me scared to go in and attack you still. I hate watching Ozzy play anything other than orb scythe blasters, bruh. What about my guitars? This guy actually control chase dodge my next strip. Instant 24. Wait, control seed. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. One imposter. What? Optics is the mod who provides the other mods with entertainment. Valid! The imposter. My day was pretty good, bro. Work was really fast. I looked at the clock and it was 3 o'clock. I'm like, wow, crazy. Yo, GG, Gladiator Watermelon. Go back to watch the VOD. That, I think you'll learn quite a bit. I can't play versus blasters. Your guitars are lost. I want unarmed. Bruh, you were playing so boring yesterday. I was not having fun either, bruh. Like, you weren't having fun, so I couldn't have fun. Let me troll. My guitars are not lost. So yeah, Tony's been in here a while. If you want in, Tony, you can join up. If anybody else who was already in here before wants another game, you can go on ahead and join. I'm gonna go use the restroom. Supreme Knight, just give me a quick minute. Asu, if no one told this ever today, you're a cool pickle. Oh, thanks, man. I love being called a cool pickle. What is fun? Fun is for ugly people. It's a skill check. Getting hit by triple D like grandpa. Bruh, I literally started versing you with only what's it called? Unarmed as well. Hey, Molten Knight, are you the Supreme Knight? I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. Seriously, what? I joined, but Strive Ranked is more interesting. Your Supreme, random drops? Alright. No, I'm not the Supreme Knight, just Molten Knight. Alrighty, sounds good. Well, if you want it in, you can feel free to join on the code at the top. Level 72 Onyx. Let's see it, brother. Raindrops, if you could, what's it called? Mute me while we're playing, that'd be amazing. The VOD is gonna go up later. You could also just kind of zoom back in the, match right after it happens and kind of check them out. But yeah, so we're gonna get, what's it called, going. So I would like you not to get affected by me talking and giving tips. That way you can kind of learn from it all in one go instead of slowly and kind of adjust how you play. Makes it harder to, what's it called. Yes, I'm also on YouTube, Molten Knight. That's where most people are. So if you see me reading chat, it's both. They got them right next to each other. I do shorts and stuff, which is probably where a lot of people found me from. Next live stream's Wednesday. Probably around like 5 p.m. Eastern, somewhere in there, maybe 4. Okay. So, first thing I'm going to be scared of is him mashing Sarah out of attack. That's something we're already seeing a lot. Out of an action, whenever he feels like he can, he's just going outside air. Cannon is one of my worst matchups, so I'm not going to be able to punish it like crazy, but you'll see that I punish it a fair bit. It can be really punishable. So he's mashing out of whatever he can do. Off stage, he's doing a lot of dare and stuff, like inside air on Cannon. I feel like we're going to get another gauntlet side air eventually. Not quite yet, but maybe off stage we will. I mean, to be fair there, I probably would have side aired too. Yeah, so he's doing that down air, which is a bad habit. I've never been very good at punishing that myself. But I feel like if we get a good situation, we can probably punish that. It's all about finding the right time to strike. Alright, so are we getting a lot of wake-ups from this guy? So I'm going to just kind of mash attacks on him. That was a very good... What's it called? Force him to dodge. He's really not wanting to dodge, despite having a dodge. So if I can get him on in a string, I probably can do a lot of damage. So if when I get Bonex, we're gonna try just side light, down light recovery. I peaked at 2400. The game is moving in the right direction. Yeah, he had his dodge there. We're gonna get it again. He did really good at mixing up his landing there. He had a couple really stale ones. It's about not getting lazy with every landing, you know? And that doesn't mean jumping more. Sometimes that means jumping less. Sometimes that just means going straight down to the thing. Suspending him to stay there. Bro, but volleyball was good. Ooh, yeah, you were 2106. Respect. Okay, let's play the Onyx. You found me when I was playing Overwatch. Bruh. How in the world? You probably saw me on a short, because there's no way you would have been, what's it called? Recommended Overwatch. That's crazy. It's in the game. They're still top 1 by a whole tier, and we are still in Axe Lance 2's meta. Kind of agreed. I don't know if the more I verse boots, the less I think they're the best weapon. I just think the 2 characters are the best 2 characters in the game. Okay, we don't need to annihilate a stock from a stupid ground pound. So he's got, from what I can tell, he's got pretty good movement. He's just throwing out a lot of attacks. So he's got really good movement, but he's not using it properly, right? So, I mean, I've been saying a lot that you gotta use your attacks to make people scared. He's done that way too much. Like, I'm already scared of being in his zone, other than to go into his zone and bait out an attack, right? So I can go in and out of his zone, kind of sit outside of his zone, and it allows me to, you know, punish him, because I know he's gonna throw out an attack. I know he's gonna throw out an attack. Okay, well, I was gonna go for Canyon. But yeah. So if he did a little bit more movement, maybe bait out an attack from me, considering the area around him is scary, so he's gonna get a lot of things from me just for him being close to me, right? So now it's about me. Now it's about him not doing something and punishing what I do when he gets near me, type 5. But that's just what I would do, is I would focusing on less attacks. Using your movement to approach is a little better. You're using your movement to put you in a position to attack right now, which is backfiring a lot for you. Your dodges have seemed pretty good. I don't really know how good, but dodge down there twice. I mean, respect. That was dodgeable, but you're not dodging a whole lot. So you're dodging down a lot against Gauntlet Sidelight. So that's probably your panic dodge. Against normal moves, I don't think I've seen you dodging down the whole time. I could be wrong, so when you go check the VOD, it might be a good thing to notice. But when you're hit by the, what's it called, move, or you're put in a really high intense situation, like the combo starter, like Gauntlet Sidelight is the combo starter. So you're like scared of getting hit by this move, right? You've been dodging down, so. Wait, we have Meta Devteros at such an L. That guy Prism, you need teaching? Respect, bro. Alright. Our boy Prism is here. He's like 20. I think he had 2,500 on West. So let's see if we can get him any tips or anything to help him go even further. Just realized I'm playing, what's it called? Koji. Interesting. How much can you help me with Greatsword and Hammer? I can't help you much with Hammer. That is the one weapon I don't, like, literally have a clue on. Greatsword, I literally, dude, I workshopped that weapon hard, bruh. My Greatsword is like none other. A lot of attacks already from my, from what I'm seeing is he's just throwing out an attack when I'm in his zone. Really good on hit though. That's really good. He hit me like once there and got a whole lot. But on your guitars, you at least still had a lot of attacks at the start, and a lot of them were aerials. If you did a lot more like downlights and stuff and sidelights, kind of catching me for overcommitting, you get a lot from those. Oh, poop, I stuffed my movement. Dodge in. He did a dodge in earlier. I was expecting him to be less calm, so I expected an up and in. Because he did a down in earlier, so I was expecting him not to do a straight in. He did straight in and jumped, so I guess I kind of got lucky there. Yeah, the attacks you're throwing out are relatively predictable. Granted, I do know you're a West player and you're playing on East right now, so you're not able to, like, I'm not playing as like fast as, like, you know, it would be on West, but you're relatively used to what's it called, East. With that being said, you do got to keep in mind your attacks are a lot more predictable that way, so you might need to be like scaring me with what you could do is a very good scary thing. Because, like, look, you hit me once there and you got so much. The problem you've been struggling with right now, and the reason why this is, like, close and not in your favor, is I've been beating you so much more in neutral, where you've been getting a lot off of one hits here and there, you know? And that was a beautiful bait. That was kind of one of those things where you used the attack to kind of bait for you. That was really good. Something else I've been noticing in the last little bit I've been paying attention is when you've been baiting, you've been going only, like, backwards. I haven't been seeing too many updates. Your guitars have been super predictable. You've been mostly fishing for Nair. And Nair is really stubby. Dare in the air is really hard to predict. And, you know, staying grounded with guitars does a lot. You can kind of walk at me and, like, you don't even have to throw out an attack. You can kind of wait for me to do the attack. And then you go punish with side light and down light. But then again, you do still want to keep me scared. Oh, that was really good that you didn't curve in. Beautiful. No reason to let the 3 exclamation mark be how we end it, you know? That was a gamble. I don't know if you had a read on me dodging in there. I don't think I did that too much against you. I could be wrong. I'm Tony X, by the way. I'm waiting to hop in. Alright. I got you, bruh. So, I'll play Lucian now. I give my input. I did, but you, like, instantly went into D-Light. I did. Yeah, if you wanted to read me going right where I was at, you should have done a D-Sig there. Just because it's a lot safer because you bounce yourself back. The only thing that I could have punished you with it would have been like an up in dodge, maybe an up dodge. I think you might have caught an in dodge even. So, add a meme section to the Discord. Alright, respect. I'm in silver. I wasn't gold. Fell out hoping get hope staying gold. Alright, respect, bro. I'll give you some tips, bro. Something I did not see you abuse was down air. No chase dodge. That would have hit too. That was beautiful. Like, you're really good on hit. So me just staying grounded there, you were really scared of what I was able to do. Like, Nair is really good, but it's also really good to have use some of your other options on guitars to, you know, supplement it a bit. Because flipping Nair on its own is not a good, it's not nearly as scary in neutral. Plus, it's a lot easier to connect combos out of downlight and sidelight, so they're actually higher reward as well, where Nair is just like a really good move. It's probably better on its own than both of them individually, but not both of them together, if that makes sense. Beautiful. I would never have punished that, dead honest. Oh. Alright, peace out, Neon Reaper. Okay, downlight Sare. I can't tell whether some of these attacks are baits or not. You seem to be kind of throwing out attacks without as much meaning in them, I feel. I mean, a lot of them are ending up my way. I just feel like you have a lot of wasted light attacks on your scythe at least. I definitely did my first up dodge there, so I respect that. That was beautiful. That looked like a meaningful side light, you know? Fade it out. What's it called from you? Beautiful. You started throwing a lot more meaningful attacks while also playing very, like, non-committal while still being willing to commit if you were given an opening, which was a really good way to play that last stock. Okay, now you're throwing out a lot of attacks, like where I'm at and not where you know I'm going to be, as I did the same thing to you like 3 times in a row. Yo, GG, bro. So yeah, you can go back, look at that VOD. It'll be on the YouTube side as well. I'm pretty sure it'll upload to Twitch as well, whichever is easier. You're playing guitars on Eastlow. Oh, I 100% understand. You're on West, but you're also playing against an East player, and that's where, at least from what I can tell, you're trying to improve at. I can't help your connection. You just gotta figure out a way to, you know, counter it on East, even if it is like a hard matchup specifically because of ping. Yeah. So, I mean, that's something out of both of our controls. So you gotta figure out a way to counter it, even though you're on a higher ping and it's a lot harder to react to. So yeah, that's at least my little tip there. It's a joke though, I haven't been playing for weeks. All good, brother. It was good to spar you for like the first time since 06 though, so I had fun with it. Oh, Just Caden finally gets in. Oh, a Fate player! Yo, look! Buddies! Oh, poop. Let me do this. Let me do this. Where in the world am I trying to point? Is it like reversed? There we go. Level 100 Fate, bruh. No worries. Didn't get to pull out my Zul. I don't know how rusty he is. Yeah. You're on hit on both Lucian and what's his face were really good though. Like I was really impressed. You got a lot out of just one hit. If you could fix your neutral and like get really good at it, bro, you could go up so much elo. Black Fate is wild. Yeah, valid. Fate duo brought these two here. Fate brought these two here literally. I should make a video on my opinion of Fate, because after playing so much Fate, my opinion has, what's it called, like, changed a lot over the years. Last time he pulled out this Fate drip was March 2021, bruh. Literally. Yeah, I just haven't played her much recently. Well, the reason why your guitars weren't very good on East was you were only using Nair. If you look, like 80% of your gameplay was Nair, and Nair is really easy to predict, even on 9 speed or 7. I think you're on 7, but that D-Sig was very just, I'm hoping you run into it. So you gotta remember, you want your you want to throw out an attack that you know you think is gonna hit, that you're trying to hit your opponent with, not asking your opponent to run into it. That could have. That's also one of those where you're asking me to run into your move. That may work sometimes in gold. That right there again was also one where you were kind of asking me to run into it. Granted, if you didn't charge, it might actually hit me. The thing is though, Prism, if the opponent plays grounded, it can be like really easy to handle Qatar Nair gameplay, at least from my experience. Now, using a lot of Qatar Nair is not bad. It's just when you use so much, I'm like, I'm not scared of you being on the ground, you know? Wait, default Fate, default Dark Arts, and Soulfire meta dev. Literally. Wait, that's actually valid. Okay. Good side sig. That was a punish, so it's really good. Very specific, but very valid. It's actually valid. That was a really good combo, but you could have got more if you did down light there. You could have set up for another read, which could have extended your combo more. At this health, you don't really get much from laning a signature, so I would avoid throwing out so many of these sigs. There are very specific times I would use Fate and Sig at lower health if you like out of an end lane to kind of catch a jump. But you're throwing out a lot of signatures. Like, watch, I can kind of just sit here, maybe thought an attack, maybe you'll gravity cancel a sig. Nah, that was just a random throw out. But like, if you hit that, you don't gain anything. Look, okay, I was hoping you would hit me, but you see what you did there from hitting me with that signature? If you'd have hit me with a downlight, you could have gotten a dodge read, right? You could have tried reading my dodge, and you could have gotten so much more damage just from one hit. Where there you kind of took maybe an extra like 6 damage off of me from that one singular hit, but you don't have the whole possibility of more. No, I realized that it doesn't work with your playstyle. My playstyle is very fluid though, Prism. I do like adjust to my opponent to the best of my abilities. Alright, I'm gonna have Fate Ditto, you know. Ew. Gotta fix the drip. Where in the world's the one orb? This orb's so mid, but it's like the only one that actually fits the colors. I've been gone for a while because my back posture is destroyed. I deadlifted. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Welcome back, bruh. That would explain where you went. I was like worried for a bit, and then you like popped in once the other day, and I was like, okay, he's still good. Trip is unfair. It's so fire. What's fire? Calamity? Oh, yeah. Valid. So, something you'll notice from me is I'm not going to really throw out, what's it called? As many signatures at lower health. Okay, that was just misinput recovery. And you'll see that once I get, like, my hits in, I might be able to get a lot more off of them. That was a really good jump dodge earlier. Oh my gosh, dude. Never mind. I literally need to be playing default White Fate. Beautiful bait. That's a very risky dodge. Those dodge ins right there, those can be really predictable because you're like towards off stage. That's probably the worst dodge to do there. Because like sometimes even if they don't want to commit, they'll go for it. So you would have gained nothing from that signature. You did a dodge in right there. You could have waited a little longer to throw out a dodge and kind of use it instead of to get another jump to maybe go through my attack. That is like a really good way to use a dodge there. Good there. When you're not using your signatures, you're getting a lot more hits in. Well, you're not exactly following them up the greatest. Okay, I don't know how I didn't get out of that one's way. But like even then, you still didn't even kill me, and you committed a lot to it, you know? Because the SIGs are high risk things. Dude, you have to always be practicing side laser on orb, like dead honest. It's actually such a hard flipping combo. Signature, you asked me to run into that. So you're throwing out a lot of attacks. You could be using a little more of your movement like dash, be a little less floaty. Because I can almost predict when you're gonna throw out a signature. You kind of hop around a lot. When you touch the ground, I have like a chance of you either, you know, doing a signature or jumping again. So it's like neither of which get very scary. Right then and there might have been a good time to to Sig, but yeah. So for you, Sig less, especially on the scythe. Her scythe kit is terrible. It's the worst scythe kit in the game. Her orb is really good. You had some really good end sigs at the start there. That's like maybe the one. What's it called? End sig can be used early just to catch like jumps and stuff, which you did pretty good. Kind of scared me into some of your other attacks, so it did really good for that purpose. but generally use less signatures unless like I'm in kill percent or something like that, or you're maybe trying to like get a certain read out of a light attack. So most of the time you just want to stick to more of your light attacks and kind of learn some more dodge reads. I didn't see you really trying for what's it called, many light attack reads, so when you would hit me I didn't really see you going for many reads off of them, so that's what I would do. Supreme Knight, we got 2 other people in here who haven't gone yet, so we're gonna let them go first. If nobody pops in, you can rejoin. Yes, so now they can go. I don't think Fate has the worst SIGs. She has the worst SIGs on Scythe. Simply because Fate side sig is basically Scythe down lane. That's her best sig, is Scythe down lane, but kills. And sig is pretty bad. Jiro is probably contestant. He has side sig, which covers a completely different area from Scythe, and down lane, which does as well, and same with end sig, so it all has utility. Oh, right, yes, you're a Magyar player. I remember you seeing that in chat, kind of, indirectly. No, what? No, her Scythe is not good. The only good thing about Fate's Scythe is her stats. 100 levels of labbing that thing, that thing's terrible. She has the new worst sig in the game, which to be fair, I genuinely thought was worse than Vector D sig. Okay, so was that 2 dodge-ins in a row? No dodge in there, that was good. Mix up your dodges. Okay, I feel like we're gonna get a dodge in from you. That dodge was okay. You didn't accomplish too much because you still had the land, but you landed properly, so. See how long we keep you off on this ledge. Nice. So, right there, you want to try to, like, not peek your head over that ledge when you're recovering. So right here, you did your end sig, and it kind of, like, popped you up, like, right here where a sword down, like, can hit you. If you, like, lined it up more down below, you would have been safe there. Maybe not exactly safe, but it would have been so much harder to hit, which is something you definitely have to worry about on, like, Greatsword, because you have that end sig and your recovery. You do not want to tip your head over that little ledge unless you're trying to hit them with your recovery or something. Really good. You're opening up space by going back, so you're maintaining stage, and when I entered a zone you could hit because I thought it was safe. You were kind of baiting space there. It was really good. Beautiful. Read a dodge away. Gorgeous. That was a really good end light, but your side lights have been really predictable. So something I would do for you if I were you on Greatsword is throw out more Sair. That is like the best move in the game. So the hard part about Magyar is you're playing really low speed Greatsword. I think Greatsword is the weapon that benefits from speed the most. So you gotta figure out a way to, you know, build the respect of your area as well is the difficult part. Magyar is bottom 1 character in the game. Luckily, the game seems to want to give him love, unlike Queen Nai, which, to be fair, if they gave Queen Nai love, she would be even more broken than she is in gold. So I think that's why she will forever be bottom 3. So I wonder... I'm gonna just kind of maybe try not to approach too much. I'm thinking you might throw out a lot of attacks, like, expecting me, like, kind of just reading a dash is what I'm kind of feeling out. Because you're kind of not always throwing out an attack. You're playing very, like, anti-aggressive is how I'm feeling like your side lights might be getting placed. I'm not 100% certain. Honestly, he's better than you by his 5 coaching. Real main character on this stream, respect. Yeah, Magyar's speed completely destroys ability to follow up and on combos and stuff. Yeah, it's very interesting. So I'm gonna pull out Magyar. I'd either do the stance you're on or speed. You seem to be fine. Assuming you're sweating on Magyar, which I'm assuming you are sweating. But yeah. Dude, they're buffing Magyar and buffing Hammer again. I still think he's gonna be the worst character in the game. We'll see. Even with Greatsword being really good. So, you could tell right then and there it was really hard for you to gain any space. Because I was doing consistent baits, just, you know, abusing the stage I have instead of kind of running off and hiding a bit, you know? So I've got all this space. I can force out a move. I forced you to do that right then and there because of my positioning. I floated right above you. That is something you can do with Greatsword and on Hammer. I don't really know exactly how to do it effectively with a kill. Maybe just like Falling Stare. But do keep in mind you do exert pressure just from being somewhere. That just being somewhere accomplishes something. That side air is really hard to punish. Oh my gosh, my combos are so rusty. I mean, to be fair, the aerial game on this weapon is so brain dead that I don't need to know how to play the ground game. But I'm thinking you're seeing how I'm kind of up in your face. I'm kind of forcing you to make a mistake by simply because of where I'm placing myself and forcing you into making a mistake. Like right then and there, I've had you so scared of closing when I've closed the space that even when I was far away, I made you close the space in a very aggressive way, which was extremely risky, simply because of how I've been holding on to space. Right then and there, if you'd have floated above me, you could have waited for a very good punishable offstage thing. Right then and there, I'm not gonna lie, I think that was a bit of a misplay on your part, but it hit. Don't really know how, but float there, bro. If you float there, you can force out my moves and then find something punishable. I'd love to give you coaching on Hammer, but like I'm probably like literally like the last qualified person to do that. So if I did your dash jump dare there, I instantly would have given up pressure and you would have been able to get back to stage instantly, right? But because I kind of stayed above you, I made you make a mistake, which then, you know, caused you to get hit there. So I hope that helps. I've actually been playing Magyar, but how I like to play the game, I've been kind of forced to go to Mako. I love Mako so much. Mako is so fun. High speed, Greatsword is amazing with Sarah. Hey, Daily. Alright, yes, still in the Knicks. Would love to see it. Okay, Magyar needs some love. They've been giving him love. Low speed archetypes are pretty bad for this game, I'd agree. Low speed just suck. There are some exceptions, but generally you want a higher speed. 1400, 1600 repeat respect. I'm running strength on Magyar only because I don't like not being able to kill. No, 100%, that's probably the most viable stance. We'll say though, I'm flipping 10 defense nerd because, dude, getting that speed stance down to 3 in that 10 defense, bro, I would not recommend it to anybody unless you're cool. It's the coolest stance, you know? But yeah, you either rock that or speed stance. Not the greatest gravity cancel. I just miss space, personally. So, am I going to get a lot of just panic spot dodges from you? A dodge in onto stage. Okay, let's lay it back a little bit. Yeah, 10 defense is the least, what's it called? Least viable, most fun. No, it's, you're not immortal on 10 defense. You're actually more mortal on 10 defense because you lose the speed. So you can get better. Alright, let's focus up on daily. Instantly gave up space. I can't blame him, though. The gravity cancels you've been doing have not been great to get back to stage. It's getting kind of predictable now that you've done it like 3 times. So I'm kind of going to expect one soon. Yeah, there was one. Not expecting the wake up recovery. So that was a good mix up there at least. So you either seem to gravity cancel your way back or dodge in. You don't really have a good gravity cancel sig. So on unarmed you seem to do dodge in only. One speed stat is 2 defense stats, though. That signature you threw out was a I'm asking you to die. You threw it out without intention. So you might probably do that again, considering I am in high health. That was a really good side air. Now, you're floating there. That's really good. What you did there was pretty good. Falling off stage, it was kind of a miss. Would not have done that. That signature was a panic. You're having really good moments here, and then you're throwing. Right then and there, you gave up a lot of space, which allowed me to get that side light. Defense nerfs both. So, on some of your attacks, I'm thinking you need to focus on attacking with a bit more intent. That was a really good bait. You gave up a lot of space for it, but it was honestly a really well... Like, I feel like you did that one better than your previous one, where it was a bit more of a bait than last time. A character that isn't forced off stage as much wouldn't need to recover as much. Exactly. But then again, a legend that, what's it called, needs to recover back to stage, but that can recover back to stage more often, more consistently, has more defense than a character that struggles to recover back to stage as much. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's like, Mako is so good. You got such versatile stances. Like, almost all of them are good in their own way. Like, every single one is actually good in their own way. The worst one's probably literally attack stance, which is the minus defense, which is pretty good. Okay. Am I seeing a lot of attacks out of you? I can't quite tell. You might be very baitable. Yeah, I'm just not doing it very good. Yeah, you're throwing out a lot of attacks when I'm in your zone. Like, a lot of them. Oh, we've been doing 2 daily, don't worry. You've done a fair bit of spot dodges, but I think you've mixed it up pretty well, generally speaking. It seems like maybe it's your panic dodge, but being aware of that is always a good thing. Kind of just knowing what your panic dodge is. Because I used to have panic dodges because I would think I'm smart for doing this dodge, you know? But in reality, it's just my normal basic panic dodge. See how you get back to stage here. That was actually a really good way to get back to stage. I mean, I threw a little bit by misinputting the direction. The charge there made that way less viable than it was. Yeah, you're getting a lot of them spot dodges on, like, the basic moves. Like, you did really good not right there, not letting that happen. So spot dodges seem to be one of your weaknesses, and then what's it called? You do way a lot of gravity cancels off stage. You also seem to attack the moment I'm in your zone, when you could try maybe using your movement a bit more to bait. Staying a bit more grounded because you've been floating a lot as well. Because then you get your dashes. Like, you had a really good dash side light there. That dash down light was pretty good as well. But yeah, you see how much more you've been playing off on the ground recently? Like this stock. You've been getting a lot more dashes into attacks, which can become predictable. But considering how much you've been floating, it's been really good. Good job not spot dodging. Good job not spot dodging. One more though. This one's nice. My experience with Mirage, Scythe and Light is great for neutral. Yes, Scythe and Light is awesome. Yo, GG Daily. This VOD will be going up on YouTube and Twitch, so you can totally go back and check it. Oh, wait, no. Not the KRY optics. So, am I able to get a coaching session? Yeah, you did well, Daily. You did well. I definitely pointed out some of your bad habits that should definitely help you improve. Because your gravity cancel one is definitely your worst habit. Oh no, he's gonna play me unarmed. No, he's not. Okay, good. Optics unarmed is diff. I learned that yesterday. Jump. You are playing incredibly floaty, which hasn't been biting your butt yet, considering all these platforms have been in your favor, to a certain extent. But it's also allowed me to get a lot of stage control that I normally wouldn't have, so my hits are have been a little scarier than yours. Yeah, that N6 like literally radish tech, so. I think that was supposed to be a downlight. If that was a downlight, that was crazy. Otherwise, you kind of just missed an opportunity for a beautiful downlight. That was beautiful. But yeah, you played really aerial. Gorgeous, low-key. Eli has emerged from the shadows. Literally. Did I mash that out of my hand? I did. Oh, that was almost it. Yeah, you've been playing a little bit more grounded. I mean, you're not hugging the ground, which, to be fair, would be kind of the exact opposite of what I want. Yeah, you've been playing a little more grounded, which has made you a lot scary, because now you're using your movement more. I might die here even. Yeah, you got the stock there because you started not playing in the air, which was the biggest thing I was getting from you, as I was punishing you being in the air a lot. that is just bow down late. So I'm seeing a lot of, you get hit, you kind of like jump into an attack. Now imagine that ground pound hit though. That was nice. You didn't fall for any baits there. I was trying to bait out a down air from you. I couldn't get on that platform. Beautiful bait. Now you put me in a bad spot. That recovery was a read, and then you trailed off too far for me to get a punish. So in reality, that was like a perfect recovery, even though it missed and it may have looked terrible. It was actually a really good recovery. Hey, Demir. We're doing 2 games for everyone. So, yeah. I love this strip. It's my favorite pro next to kinda. Respect. So yeah, what this is the toxic bug. The toxic bug drip. I got so tired of rocking basically just base Reno. The thumbs down is so optics. Wait, he thumbs down me? That's fire. You just gotta mash in. We've been making sure everyone new who hasn't gotten tips yet gets to go first. So you're probably one of like 2 people maybe in there that haven't gone yet. I do know we have some people hanging out. So the lobby had 5 people. So you're probably one of the next people up. So you do a lot of attacks out of your moves when you get hit. So I've been able to get a lot out of just waking up. Because when you don't, you kind of been, you know, not quite throwing out the right move to punish me. I tried to just get off the wall, dare the wall, and I could not input it, I guess. It was a very unfortunate time. Got my dash in, that was gorgeous. I gave you some more tips daily. They were just not as prominent because the other 2 bad habits of yours were just so what's it called? Abusable. That might be why your elo is so, what's it called? Inconsistent. Jeez, I need to hit that more. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, you've been doing a lot of safe dodges. I guess if you've been doing safe dodges, that must have felt safe to you. Okay, beautiful. Nice. Strict criticism. I mean, to be fair, even like a low diamond player is still like honestly like low elo to me. No dodge, unfortunately. Yeah, you've been playing a lot more grounded. Been waking up less out of your attacks, so it's been paying out really well for you. Okay. Nice. Nice. You got that out just perfect timing. Hey, strike. Honey Beetle. You didn't say what happened. But yeah. Stay back. Oh, understood. Oh, and yeah. Alright, we got some people who can join up. Has joined. Okay. Not only I was sleeping daydreaming, I was planning to 8-minute you on Enigma. Such an Eli thing. That is such an Eli thing. Sip, sip, sip. Dude, I'm thirsty, bruh. Think about it. I've been basically continuously talking for 2 hours and 16 minutes. My throat hurts. The goal is to help you improve, Demir. If you got little space to play, although since Mako is the first high-speed character I'm playing, my movement... Yeah, you gotta learn to dash, but also how not to dash. I don't know what elo you're at, bro. But learning not to dash can be very beneficial. Alrighty. See this right away. So I'm gonna try to hold back, kind of just like let him guide the pace of the game a bit. Very whack panic ground pound. That side sig was you asking me to get hit by it. The gravity cancel end sig did you nothing, but make you vulnerable to a ground pound because now you don't have a dodge. That was a very nice recovery back to stage. Let's see if you do it again. Yeah, you do it again though. Did you do it again? No, you messed up your dodge. I think you were trying to. You gotta watch your opponent when you're down there. Be ready to dodge weapon throw. That can be a really hard thing to do. Good movement there. Okay. So you have a lot of really good plays, but then you mix it in with a lot of very bad randomness. So your movement's seeming really good. You just seem to kind of not overly know when to throw out an attack, really. Like there, you kind of panic that, and I don't know what signature that is. I've never played a game on that. That signature, right? That weapon throw ground pound. If you just thrown that weapon throw down and waited and seen what I would have done, you might have been able to pick it up. You also could have just taken that time to get an unarmed attack on me, take stage control, and then get a weapon as it, you know. What's it called? Oh my gosh. Mainly Philly's more in my ear. Golly toodles. Is he like, yeah? Saying that First game was actually like RNG. Delete Widow. What? Oh, wait, no, Strike, don't do the new one. I just play because of Pharmacy. I don't know what this chat would be without Eli sometimes. Eli is awesome. Okay. Who are you playing again? Thatch. Oh, I can't play your legend for you. I could play blasters though. So why don't we get a blaster legend? Let's do Reno. And we get something similar to sword, kind of. Yeah, I noticed I need to get better my movement. Your movement's pretty solid, but what's it called? I just took silver today. But I'm on a win streak, so I'm not at all on my peak elo right now. Sounds good. Somebody overshoot your attack. Yes, that's why high speed can be a blessing, but also a curse. Generally, I'd say you want to dash as much as you can at low elo though, just to kind of get used to what it does. And I say low, but that includes like basically like up to diamond. But I would mash dash still to get into diamond. So something I already noticed with your lance is you were playing really floaty. So a very good what's it called? A very common habit to, you know, get forced into. Your aerial kit on lance is really good, but it can also be very beneficial to mix in a fair bit of ground game as well. Dodge towards stage. To be fair, there I might have done the same, but you do gotta be careful of dodging in towards stage like that. You waste your dodge and you what's it called? You waste your dodge and you most of the time are headed straight towards your opponent. So you give them a chance to just get a free combo, let alone a very possibly lethal one. So if you're playing Lance or Thatch or something, you can abuse that and get really good damage just off of reading those dodge reads. Bruh, you showed me how cool Reno was. I'm not gonna lie. You show me the cool characters. You've inspired me to play, what's it called? Reno and Queen Nai. Okay, so I feel like now you're kind of asking me to get hit by your moves. So you need to be thinking a bit more with an intent with your moves. Like right there, that looked like you meant to hit me with that down air. So yeah, so you want to make sure you're attacking with intent, like you mean to hit me, and you also want to make sure you're staying a little more grounded. That doesn't mean hugging the ground only. But yeah, honestly, Lance isn't so hard to play against. It's more of a test of patience. Honestly, I used to think the same thing, but I think it's like crazy hard to verse anymore. That they've had some really weird patches to it that have like made it like weird, and then a lot of the good Lance players now, they found some drift tech with Lance. Crazy. What do you mean? My Kaya drip's amazing. Alright. We got 2 other people in here that can still go. I hope I clicked demo. I think I just clicked demo. Oh, but yeah, that's what I would do. What do you mean that is not it? This is peak. This isn't so hard. Oh, you already said that, right? Yeah, I think Lance right now is very possibly the best weapon, and it's getting a buff, so. Can you coach me in Overwatch? No. Absolutely not. Pick Pharah. Float in the air until they pick hit scans. Once they pick hit scans, you stay on the ground and force them to stay on hit scans. So basically, you just give up being the star player for your team and become the player who's forcing them to stay on their picks and keep counterpicked on you. Because then if they swap off a counterpick, trust me, that's my whole strategy. Probably not very valid, but hey, it's whatever. Alrighty. Just kind of feeling you out a bit right now, you know? That down late wasn't very good. That N-sig was very, very ambitious. You would have been better off just recovering me and getting a chase dodge. Okay, that spot dodge didn't accomplish you too much, but it wasn't really that bad. That dodge away is very tempting to do, but at the same time, you kind of really put yourself in a bad position. I got kind of all of that because of that dodge away. So I'm seeing a lot of spot dodges. I don't know if that's out of like wake ups only or not yet, but a lot of your dodge usage is pretty mediocre. So you don't always have to throw out an attack to land. You had that point where you were above me. I mean, I was way out to the side. And you just decided to falling there. You could have just touched the ground. But yeah, when you're off stage, feel free to nair more with blasters. I mean, that wasn't a very good time to do it, but it's really hard to like ground pound blasters on like every weapon in the game if you just nair. That was a very bad dodge. You gave up so much stage control and kind of just left yourself vulnerable. It basically came down to, hey, will you let me live? I let you live there. So, like, it was kind of just more lucky than it was skill on your part to get back to stage. You kind of just put your fingers together and said, please. They're gonna play around sword D-Light a little bit better, I guess. I'm gonna try this out. Full screen, bruh. That's funny. Okay, Orion, fair enough. How did Dex push for me? Okay. Want to gain 1000 elo immediately? First start off by downloading Cheat Engine. Literally. Yeah. I didn't play enough Ultimate to be able to get back on and play as good as I used to in terms of feeling out the mechanics. The controls just feel so, you know. I'm just not a fan of the controls of that game. Not a good ground pound, but it was a bait. Okay, spot dodge? Nope. No dodge. You've been mixing them up, so I'm gonna say that was pretty good. That dodge was very interesting. You just kind of dodged at me. Yeah, you've been playing pretty well. I just feel like you're losing a lot of interactions to your dodges. So I've been getting a lot more off of random hits just because of how much more you use it in neutral. So it's like, I hit you, I can get so much more. Like, every hit I do is scarier because half the time you're using your dodge. Like, you should not have dodged that high. Like, you didn't gain anything from that dodge. If anything, you just handed me your dodge. What, you're gonna do it again? Oh, I thought I could punish it. But, like, if I'm playing Scythe right there, bro, you are getting, like, tossed wherever I want you to go just because of how much you're using your dodge. I mean, I can't overly figure out much else because your dodge habit is just becoming so abusable. Yeah, spot dodge. Yo, GG, bro. Dead honest, you're pretty good. You just really need to work on your dodges. Dodge less in neutral, because you're throwing out a lot of dodges. That doesn't mean don't dodge in neutral. You saw me do a couple times where I just jump dodge, right? Yeah, that works really well, right? But it's like also you gotta chill out on it sometimes. And when I'm not even close to you, don't be wasting your dodge. You'll benefit a lot from it. Am I gonna have a stream Saturday? Yes, sir, you know it. Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Monday. Alright, does anybody else want one? Golly. Wait, did somebody make a memes page? Eli the goat. Alrighty. Saturday will probably be 4 to 5 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern is when I'll start on Saturday. Generally, if you get on around 6 p.m. Eastern, I'm live most of the time by then. Sometimes I'll have work go late or something, or maybe it's at a relatively okay time I get off work and I want to make a thumbnail and then I gotta eat, so I try to do it after. That's kind of what happened today. So, alright. Well, I'm gonna play another game. I'm gonna play a game of Ranked. If anybody wants in, I'm going ahead. Then we can get going, but I'll probably only play a couple until somebody else joins back. Dead Rock Galactic tips, Azu. Honestly, uninstall. I want to play. I was having fun with Great Sword. When your second game, dub. Genie got me on my waiting arc. Yeah, Kepo. I waited for a while in there, bro. Let me finish up this game, and then you can join up. Yeah, write them down. Oh my gosh, I forgot I still have casual, what's it called, maps on. Dude, this is actually heat. This is a ranked game right now. I'm laughing while they're in pain. I say I'm laughing, but I'm like stone cold. Oh, that was almost so good. I didn't get my jumps there. That was so weird. I think I like clicked on like the frame before they would actually activate. Is this really how we're playing this, bruh? In reality, he's the one laughing. That is awesome. There's no way you just loaded into that guard. I did not I sat there in the lobby forever, Kepo. I saw you were in there. I just thought you didn't want to join. You maybe were just watching on there instead, bruh. Wee whoop. Watch this. I'm actually so good. I'm actually so good! This new tech, bruh. It's actually crazy. I want guitars. I'm having fun with it. Never mind, I don't want to do guitars. Understood. I would like maybe bat this guy up a little bit, but my man's kind of deserved that. We're about to have a slow match though. He's about to go sit on the platform when he's about to lose. Either that or he's just given up already. He could do the same thing with his side sig. Wait, I have him panic dodging on stage now? Understood. Can I try, please? I am in gold. Yes, you in. Keppa 1 in. Can you give any tips on approaching opponent? Smurfing and ranked? Nah, I just pick random characters and rank to my ranks lower. Yeah. So we got a couple people wanting in. So when you're approaching your opponent, so some things to keep in mind is you want to throw out attacks to scare your opponent, to kind of have that area around you be kind of scary, right? But you don't want to throw out so much that it becomes a condition to enter the zone that you're in and back out, so that way they bait out your attack. So you kind of want to mix it up, use a lot of movement and attacks, so that way they're scared of you, so that way you can force out bad options from them, while also that is terrible, please. I'm about to get 3 stocked. This plat is playing core. Bro, it's an old plat. He's at your rank for a reason, daily. Chill. Keep the mental in place. Dead honest, I just want to drop this because this is totally going to mess with how this game goes. Can't really play quite the same on either side, so. But yeah. When you're doing that, the two main things, make sure your opponent's scared of you, but mostly try to focus on movement. So it's like a mixture of attacks and movement that's really good for approaching. So you can, sometimes approaching your opponent is just like a dash in, dash out, where you can kind of just like make them think you're in their area and then disappear out of it. Alrighty. Very bad dodge off the get-go. You did a dodge in when you were knocked off stage. Dodge ins can be good mix-ups, but those oftentimes can be pretty risky ones. You kind of want to know that your opponent's going to be doing something other than trying to read a dodge in, so it's not a very good first dodge. Good jump dodge was a good mix-up. You're using dash a lot, which we like to see, so you're going to be getting used to that mechanic. It might mess you up a little bit here and there, but the goal is, you know, to get used to it, right? So we want you dashing as much as we can. Okay, you're not going to get anything by hitting that side sig on me. So if you hit that side sig on me, it's going to, I was hoping you would do it so I could just get hit. So I was just wanting you to hit me so I could just show that you don't really gain much. You gain stage control, but it's a high risk move for only stage control and not like any damage really. You get 20 damage, but you're not setting yourself up for more damage type vibe, you know? And now I've got you scared, so now you're just throwing out attacks at me whenever you can. That was actually a really good mix-up. I was just really quick to react to it. But you went from mindlessly walking in at me and attacking to holding away a little bit, right? To go back to the outside of the screen. So finding a good mix-up is that is really good. You go to Steam, you click install Brawlhalla, and you click uninstall after. It's 100% proven tech. You cancel the installation is actually preferred. Alrighty. So you're throwing out a lot of attacks. You were dashing a fair bit more earlier this game, which was giving you more hits. So you got to be trying to stay a bit more grounded, throwing out less attacks, and using your dash and your movement a little more, you know? Pop off, Daily! Never tried this game, Watermelon. Respect. I mean, it's Big Sag, but it's respect. Oh yeah, nice. That was a good read. You read a dodge in there. Daily. You gotta remember, people are at your rank for a reason, bruh. Start using that as your excuse instead of giving any reason to be scared of people. Alright. So you're on Mako. So it's something you gotta do on Mako is you gotta learn to like kind of read dodges and stuff as well. Which you did there, so we're gonna like show you some more efficient ones so you can get more damage instead of just, you know, a signature amount of damage, you know? Yeah, I'm doing way too slow to catch that dodge. I need to clean up my katars a little bit. But you can see how I'm like kind of just putting out a light attack in your area. It's allowing me to get a lot more damage. Like the area I think you're gonna be. So if I think you're gonna dodge in off this one of these moves, I can kind of like sit here and kind of like get you to like go into that area and then just throw an attack over it. Greatsword is probably one of the hardest weapons to learn at your level. It can be really hard to, you know, get used to the dodge reads. You kind of have to practice them in training mode, and you kind of have your bread and butter dodge reads. So you're gonna dodge in here. See, I'm getting so much damage just because I did a light attack there. If you look at your health, you're up like to a dark yellow, maybe like entering orange, just because I read one dodge, right? But if I do that, you went up to orange. So from dark yellow to orange instead of from white to dark yellow. That's like a way bigger difference. Granted, I did kill you there, so there was actually a good reason for that. That signature, it was risky, but because of my health, I would say it was actually pretty worthwhile. It caught me off guard as well. So it wasn't just a signature that was just going to be wasted. Because the signatures that aren't going to kill are not as good as, you know, you would like them to be. Like that signature was high risk, but you don't really gain anything from it. You could have dash side-lighted and put me in a situation where you can go for a dodge read and turn that one hit into like 60 just from a simple combo, and even more on a really good one. So yeah, turn mic volume up. There we go, just a little bit. But yeah, Keppo, what I would do is, another thing I noticed is you were also dodging towards me most of the game. That'd be like a very aggressive dodge. Up to you though on whether you want to keep doing that, but I felt like it was pretty punishable. Like every time I lose, I'm losing all the elo I worked for one bad match. Bro, you gotta learn that going on like a 100-game losing streak does not matter. Thanks, Full Cat. Dead honest. If you want in, I can give you some tips as well. I peaked at 2400, so I can help out a lot of people. But yeah, Gladiator. I understand that like losing can feel like you lose a lot of elo that you've worked for, but at the same time you just gotta realize it's gonna help you warm up. The elo comes back. The elo comes back. Oh yeah, Kepo. Alright, so we're gonna start out this game. We're just gonna kinda sit back, kinda see how he reacts to us, like letting him do things, see how he approaches. He wasted a dodge there. That's always a very bad dodge to do. You can see because he kind of stuck it. That song was so bad, we needed to get it off the flipping, what's it called? There's like a couple bad songs in the playlist. I need to like get rid of them. So I just need to make a new playlist where I just take everything. Alright. So I'm seeing a lot of just attacks coming out. He's not really attacking with movement. So right now you're doing some dashes into attacks, right? So you're attacking with movement in that sense, but you could also be kind of trying to bait me out and to make me making a mistake by kind of using movement. So I'm gonna kind of like get close to you and kind of dash out. Okay, that was just a really good space side air. You were kind of really fighting for space. All right, sounds good, Volcat. Exactly, Kepo. That's valid. Hitting the longer combos can help a lot. Alrighty. So, what we're going to notice here is that it's going to do an attack into my range a lot, like my zone. That was actually good there because it was like not committal, and it was more of a bait more so than an attack. Those jumps are actually pretty good that you're doing. You're kind of jumping, trying to bait out a move from me by using your jumps, but you can also, you're also playing really floaty that way. If you did more of a grounded level bait, you can get a little more out of it. It's a little, what's it called, less risky. Because now you're just falling into an attack, right? So it becomes, now that becomes predictable. So now I'm just going to play around your side airs and punish your side airs and stuff like that. And if I'm playing outside your side air range, I'm going to play around outside your dare range. So you really want to be playing grounded because then you can get your dash into these. Or instead, I could be the one controlling the pace of the game because I constantly dash out of the way. Why did you go for a dodge read on a down? Dude, my sword is so bad, bruh. I don't know what I do on sword. That was pretty good, but I would have gone out of side light. You just go to down light. Really good combo to practice and learn. That was a good side stick because you were catching a landing. Beautiful. Now you're keeping up pressure. So you seem to be good at like kind of throwing out attacks in my area that you think I'll be at when I'm hit. But you kind of seem to struggle with getting that first hit. So I feel like a lot more passive playstyles probably got you a lot because you try to just walk in and throw out an attack. Even if the playstyle, even if they're not playing exactly passive, you know? You seem to struggle a little bit with that. Respect, Genie. So how do you coach? People join and I give them tips. We give them 2 games. All I ask is that you do mute, so that way it doesn't affect how you play. Let's get some guitars. But yeah, so that's what we're kind of doing right now. E-Haynes. Yeah, code's up at the top. Alrighty, so we're gonna kind of see what happens when we play like really up on him. Since before we were giving him a lot of space, seeing what he would do. So I'm gonna just try to throw out attacks in his area, you know? Like kind of just attack him as much as I flipping can. And we're gonna see how he handles that type of pressure. Because before we were just seeing that he was just throwing out attacks, and he should be using more movement to get in my area, get into my zone, and make me scared of the attacks he's been throwing out. Because I'm scared of being in his zone. I'm just, you know, going outside of it. So he's just gotta, like, what's it called? He's just gotta... He's gotta scare me with what he could do. The what you could do is, like, very scary. So now he's made me scared of that move, so now I have to be scared of him, you know, throwing that signature out. Because now I'm scared of what he could do there, right? Yeah. So, what I'm saying is you just need to go be a little less scared of touching the ground. And now that I'm like really up in your face, I feel like you're throwing out desperation attacks to kind of shoo me off when you could be like a simple jump or a backdash, or even like, I guess you could say just like an end lane. Something that's a little less committal, catches a little more stats. Because I've been playing really up on you. You're doing like side sig, you're doing like end sig. You're doing these big hitting moves instead of just like a quick simple boom or bam. That would like get me off you in an instant and give you more off of that one hit as well. So I'm constantly playing up on you, and you're... That was a really good Sair. But you can definitely tell you're panicking. You don't want to touch the ground at all. But yeah. So, I explained it the first game. You should definitely go back through the video. Check some of your habits out, because I definitely gave you some tips on those. But yeah. I think you'll learn a lot from those, because you have a pretty good on hit from my experience. So once you get better at getting that hit, I think you'll be golden. Alrighty, Ember, respect. Most successful Aussie stream, no lie. Yeah, dude. I get to spread my knowledge, you know? All good, Boom Boys. But yeah, you should listen to what I said. I think it'll help you all out. Okay, bro? That was beautiful. I thought that was hit low enough. I'm gonna fill you out. So far, I'm liking what I see. That was a bad dare. Any other bow move would have done better there. Can we play West? I don't know. Maybe. You have to let me in after this game. I'll try West. I'm hit or miss on West, but I'm also streaming, so it might make it worse. I already play with just a wee bit more delay than usual. It's not bad when I stream. Panda Bear, what? Why are you on Panda Bear? Yeah, he's up at the top right of the screen. Put in the nice big chunky text. Okay, that dodge was alright. The dodge in was really risky, but then again it worked. So as long as you're mixing that up, that's a fine option here and there. There you either go for a hit on me, which you might have done just in space very well, or you hold on to your options in that situation. Damn. I'm starting to get my feet down. Let's see if I can figure out some more of your bad habits. Yeah, a lot of those dodge-ins to get stage control. Yeah, there it is as well. You are aggressively trying to take stage, which has made it... I know what you want, so I'm able to play around knowing that, you know? You were doing a lot better before I realized that's what you were going for, but you were trying to get a lot of stage through, your movement. My phone is signed into a different YouTube account. Bruh, I feel you. My bow is so mediocre. Oh yeah, Saber Rush. Code's on screen, brother. We're doing 2 games for everyone. Now I give them tips. Hopefully I'll be able to give you some more tips this time, Volcat. I'll just take a while to adjust to you. But it seemed like mostly you were struggling with wanting too much stage control, and you were very desperate for it. Your Surrey drip is bopping. By the way, you like this? Bruh, respect, I swear. I can't tell if this is like terrible or bad. So you seem to get your eyes intent on something and you want it. You like dodged into that weapon twice, which is like a very interesting bad habit. A lot of people will punish you for that. If you go up into higher elo, a lot of players just dodge away from it, which actually in its own right becomes a bad habit. You just have to realize it's a bad habit. So it is fine to sit on... Wow, my satellite dropped. It is fine to sit on this ledge right here. Like, you don't need to play in. I mean, you shouldn't be doing this, but, like, you don't need to be scared of... If I'm, like, right here and I'm scaring you away, you don't need to come in to attack me. You can go to this outside ledge. Sorry, stop, Takoji. Respect, Kepo. A lot of horizontal dodges and dodges in the air I'm seeing. Those can be abused pretty easily. Yeah, you got 3 dodges: spot dodge, dodge in, and dodge away. At least it's 3. It's better than a lot of people, but you could definitely be getting what's it called? Better dodges. I hate spammers, particularly 6 spammers. Yeah, eventually once you figure out how to beat 6 spammers, you'll be able to, you know, be happy when you get one, because now it's like, oh, this is a free win, free low. But yeah, you see how I'm getting you whenever you go into stage? First, your movement was really weird for me, because it's like you weren't, it felt like you weren't like doing anything related to me. It's because you're doing it a lot related to stage, or something you'll have your eyes set on. That was a really good dodge. It was, well, I mean, it was probably not the best time for it, but the direction was good. Let's save you a little bit. Yeah, I could just throw out an attack towards that weapon, because I know you're not going to hit me. When you're looking for that weapon, feel free to hit me. In fact, most of the time you should be hitting your opponent before you go for the weapon. I mean, not every time. There are obviously exceptions. But right then and there, like, it was so easy to predict where you were going to go. I was just waiting for a dodge. And, I mean, you picked up the weapon and still ended up getting, you know, whacked across the face. Yeah, GG Volcat. Alright, let's move those. No, let's not do this. Moving the thing back to east. There we go. This is you, Saber Rush. If you could do me a favor and mute, that would be amazing. Okay, sounds good. Just mute so that way you don't change how you play while you're listening, okay? It makes it a lot easier for me to give you good tips that are more effective for you, okay? Collect. No. We did swap to West for that second game. Volt Cap. I actually felt way better on West than ever before. Okay. Okay. So he does the getting back to stage when I'm applying pressure. A lot of side airs, but you didn't do any really big commit side air, which is fine. I respect those. Those are really hard to deal with. Dude, that was almost really cool. So you're pretty good at playing a disadvantage from what I can tell. You haven't had any bad flaws. I play my Koji pretty fundamentally. I don't really play the legend too much. So I just play him like an absolute like normal legend. Dude, I know. I'd love to give you some tips, Collect. Still reminds me of that time when you wanted me to do a Collect to Diamond. And then you still proceeded to hit Diamond. So it's like, yep. Think about it. You would have lost like half that hype in getting Diamond, bruh. Beautiful. Yes. Gorgeous. 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 Sagebrush. Who needs those? You know what? Fair. Nice. Dodge up again. That's 2 dodge ups off of both side light. I respect that read. You do that read a lot. It's becoming really predictable. So I almost start, what's it called? I'm changing my dodge so I don't get hit by that read. That's good. That's good. Good. Went right above my hitboxes. That was a very bad gravity cancel. And like, honestly, if I were you, I'm falling down here naring. Staying safe from my, what's it called, ground pounds. You would have to play safe with there, but you don't have a dodge anymore off stage, so you gotta play my game now, kind of. You either get back to stage instantly, which you did, you hit me, or you, what's it called, go back to wall and wait. No, I see how it is, bro. So what are you doing? I'm down here. Dodge away. You had a lot of passive dodges. You either went up or away from what I could tell. For anyone who reads this comment, if you are not yet diamond, you probably haven't watched Glockroach. Valid! He has one video on his channel and it's absolute gold. Honestly, I feel like your cannon reads are probably better than mine. Ooh, Fate. Okay, I'll play Scythe then. Level 100 Fate. So, maybe give you a couple tips on her. Also, you led me astray. What do you mean? What do you mean I led you astray? Bro, I've uploaded flippin' Valorant clips for you, bro. Like, what have I done wrong? I told you to dash as much as you can. It's bad once you get diamond. No, there's actually a reason to dash more. You want to dash more so you can get used to the movement of dashing. And then you want to slow down on dashing once you get, like, diamond and stuff. Then it becomes bad. But you can still get, like, 2200 while spamming dash. But you should probably stop spamming dash at, like, diamond. Alrighty. Really good down air. It was a good time to commit. Good recovery. I just played it really well. Something you can do off stage is kind of just be in here. I'm exerting pressure. I forced that recovery out of you. So the best thing you could have done there was probably just hit me or wait and just barely hit the corner of the stage. So we got some aggressive dodges out of you, which is a step in the right direction. That was a good dodge. It was, depending on who you're versing, would have probably predicted that because it was directly at the weapon. You have to be really careful about being in this space right here. You're susceptible to, like, really early kills from signatures. Especially, like, a Taro side sig. That'll kill you at, like, 30 health. Especially on a map like this. So, your movement seems really good. You actually seem like a pretty good player. You seem like you could be diamond. You're just lacking, honestly, a couple touch-ups here and there, and I could actually see you doing a lot better. I'll see Azu low-key border stream. To be fair, this is more of a teaching stream more than it is, what's it called, stream? Entertaining stream, like usual, so. Peace out, brother. I mean, Josh, more of that is workable. Paint as bad as stories, villain, me. Bad when she hit plat. Nah, I disagree. Maybe because you were playing Artemis, it might be bad if you play Lance. But I also go in there as like somebody who worked up on Scythe and Orb, and it's worked on other people. Mashing dash as much as you can. Wait, what? Trying to do it on us, is Koji? Yeah, 1600 on you. I'm confused. What? Welcome back, Daily. You do have lance attacks to kind of mix up your things. So you could, instead of dodging it, yeah, that side air was amazing, dude. I should play some lance. Not like my lance is too good, but it's probably better than a lot of the people who played today on lance. But yeah, you can use that stuff to mix up your movement and all that. Okay, boom, downlight recovery. Good movement there. Just the Sarah was Sarah. Felt like a coin flip on whether you were gonna attack high or low. I guess a lot of players, they like to jump against Lance, so you can oftentimes just put out a Sarah at jump height and it'll hit. However, do keep in mind that could turn into a bad habit when you do it. So it's one of those things that it's good to know when not to do. Yo, I don't know what that character is, but it's Hype Bolt Cat. Understood. You are the fate, Ians? Alright, respect. GG, bro. Like, if you're 1600, bro, if you fix up some of the things I was doing on you, I think your elo could go up a lot. Listen like Dark Souls music or something, bro. I messed up my movement so bad there. 3 exclamation mark. Whew. Alrighty. I'd love to give you some tips, but I think, what's it called? I think my brain is mentally destroyed after doing 3 hours of giving everyone tips. So sorry if that was not a very informational match. If I go to America, I want another 1v1. Respect, dude, respect. I feel that. It feels bad when people are in other regions. I'm like, I wish I could give you like a fair 1v1. Brawl is better than most games at that type of thing though, so. But yeah. I'm about to dip too, Genie, so you have a good night, brother. But yeah, so next stream, guys, is Wednesday. Then we do stream again, Saturday. Thank you, Genie. Make sure you go back and check the, VOD, bruh. Teska's a handful, bruh. Teska's OP, bruh. Really OP legend right now. But yeah, guys, so Wednesday and Saturday, and Friday are the next 2 streams. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope these tips help you guys out, but remember that none of these tips matter unless you put them to use in an actual game. Fast editor, yo. Thanks, bro. Glad you love the vids, bro. Hope to see you in next stream then, bro. But yeah. Thank you guys. Go into ranked, practice some of this stuff, and actively try to improve it. Check out Glockroach. I don't know if he'll pop up instantly, but look up like Glockroach Brawlhalla. The video is called like the best free tool you aren't using. That video right there is a gem. I put it in the YouTube chat. I can't unfortunately put it in the Twitch chat. It's weird. But yeah, that thing is really good. Collect has re-entered the chat. Bro, you're re-entering the chat as I'm saying my spiel as I go bye-bye. My brain is fried after giving tips for 3 hours straight. Whew. See you guys. Come here. Peace out. Yes, it's been 3 hours of tips. What up, what up, what up, what up, Clug? What up, what up? Bruh, okay, let me pee first, then. I'll do one more. I'll do one more for you, bro. I'll do one more since you were here for a while. BRB. You still there, Collect, bro? You should be able to see the room code. Was Cheersy blocking it? Five two three 905. All right. All right, understood, Sergeant. Whew. this was a pretty fun stream, despite being at the same time a pretty hard stream. Like, so many different play styles came through here, and always trying to make sure everybody didn't get a bad tip is like whack as can be, low key. Collect needs no tips. Nah. Collect gets tips. That way, if collect can ignore me, but like low key, you can just go back and check the VOD. I'm the best player in the world. Yo, that's the mentality. Other than the fact that you say that you need no tips. The mentality is I'm the best player in the world, but I need tips. Like, that's the best mentality. Suiora. Oh, bye. Is this one of my friends list now? Still have Mowgli added. Collect gives tips to Sandstorm. Yo, I need tips, please. Yo, we're doing our last one right now, bruh. Bruh. If you hop in, I'll do one more after him, okay? We're waiting for him to join up right now. Just because I remember you from last stream, brother. There you go. I'll do one more after you. One more after him, okay? So I'll do 2 matches with him, and then I'll do 2 matches with you. Whew. My Koji's low-key gonna become a demon after this stream. Sorry. This isn't playing the trademarked Artemis. What's up, RC 523905? The one on the screen is not the right one. Okay. Okay, that was a bad dodge in. 2 dodge-ins to stage there. Another dodge in. If you went up there, I wouldn't have caught you. Please, spare my soul. Really bad dodge up there. Good read. Good bait, good bait. That's an Aussie level bait, bruh. Like, dead honest. That's my type of bait right there. I can't blame you for that dodge. I made you panic dodge there. It wasn't a good dodge, but it was a panic dodge. I think it wasn't a habitual dodge. Bro, my Koji is so lame, dude. There's just no flash in my Koji. I guess that's kind of the reason I'm picking him, is like super just basic legend that I don't do anything cool with, I guess. Alright. Okay, so you kind of got baited by me entering your zone there. You recover higher than you need to. You could get a lot more low recoveries that are safer. It's like you want to be above me, which is not very good. Hey, Bowick. Hey, ho. In silver, the amount of 6 spammers multiplied by 10. Yeah, exactly. There are so many 6 spammers at low levels, so you gotta learn how to, you know, counter them. Once you counter them, it'll help out a lot. Okay, let's play Guitar Legend for you. That's the only way to take down collect. Cheat. What do you mean? Azu cheated? Heck nah. Azu don't cheat like that, bruh. Whew. I need to change the room code up top. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. You made me think I could get a hit on you, so I did. And then you went in and out of the zone. Just being in someone's area is really threatening off stage, especially. Okay, you just saw you had, what's it called? A jump when you didn't. Why 2 stocks? What? Spot dodge. You've been doing a lot of spot dodges, so. If I maybe dash D-Sig, maybe I get a better punish there. Okay. Not the thing I expect you to do, so. Ooh, that's throws on my part. Ooh, yeah. Gorgeous. What? What's cringe? I'm so confused. Yo, GG, bruh. Whew, alrighty. Yo, GG collect, bro. Alright. So we'll go through everyone here, and then I'm going to call it a day. But we're just going to do 1 game each. I'm going to do my best to give you guys the best tips I can. But I've been giving tips for like the last 3 hours, so my mind is kind of like deteriorating. It's not possible, bro. You refuse to believe that you can beat me. I meant that you can't beat me. Yeah, Genie, I was forced back in here. Your man, if you're freaking will. Bruh, I can't say no to people wanting tips, bruh. I respect the grind too much. Wait, does downlight Nair drop if you don't have a floor below you? Wait. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing on sword. I don't know what I'm doing on sword. Okay, my bad. The timing there could not have been better. Okay. That was a terrible dodge, by the way. Absolutely horrendous dodge. You almost just denied yourself a touch. If I'd have hit you, you would have been doomed. Like, that hit, getting hit right there is worth touching the ground. Because if you don't touch the ground, you have nothing. Not even a dodge. You get a jump back. Beautiful nair. So that was a panic ground pound. You're panicking a lot. You're doing a lot of panic options. So I can tell you have some pretty good movement that you're choosing to pull out sometimes, right? And then you'll pull out a random panic option, which is what I've been mostly using. You've also been doing a fair bit of... When you're throwing out attacks, it almost feels like they don't have any meaning. And right now, it seems like you're too scared to throw out attacks. So look, I'm just going to go in your area, and you're just, like, not going to threaten me at all. Like, I'm sitting in your area for, like, a whole, like, 2 seconds before you're, like, attacking me. So it's good to approach with movement, but it's also good to keep the area around you scary, you know? I've been basically wording it like that all stream. Because a lot of people are having that type of problem. Where they'll have good movement, they'll have good options and everything. And they'll approach with movement and all, but then they'll forget to attack. And you don't want to forget to attack, and you don't want your attacks to just be kind of there. Okay. Who's next? Osama bin Laden. Yo, GG, bro. I had a lot of fun with this stream, so I hope to do another one. Easy YouTube short, yeah, literally. So maybe we could do these like every month or something like that, so that way people have time to work on them. My lordy. So the main thing you need to work on is kind of dealing with pressure. You do a lot of panic options. And focusing on using your moves with intention. You had a fair bit of moves that when you did them with intention, they did really good. But then you had a lot of moves that were just kind of throwaway moves that I feel like hindered you a lot. Yeah, that's the main thing. And then sometimes touching the ground you struggled with a little bit. It wasn't terrible, though. That was gorgeous. Those were two. You probably sent those both a little too high. Very bad dodge up at the top of the screen. Look at what you did. You died because you did this. And now you have nothing. You are literally free kill for me. I made you, what's it called, videos, bruh. We've got like 5 new flipping Valorant shorts for you, bruh. Right? I've been playing more Val than usual, though. By that, I mean I've played it like twice in the last like month and a half. So maybe we'll see another Val stream eventually. I got more to make, though. I got more to make. Don't worry. Good bait with that side air. Good punish. You might have been able to get a ground pound there. I think you probably caught me early enough to where you could have. Very bad thing to do. It works in like flat. I probably should have chilled back there. Those are the main things. Is you got to learn how to handle pressure a little better. Because sometimes you were doing like panic attacks, like you had a really bad ground pound you threw out and it's specific. Osama bin Laden. You're playing really aggressive and I vibe with it. I'm actually liking like basically everything you're doing. There's just something off and I can't get what it is. You might be the best player I've versed today that I don't know outside of this. Because you're doing pretty good at keeping up pressure. If anything, Maybe it's like you're throwing out occasional moves where you're giving me maybe a little too many openings. Holding space really well. Oh, wait, I know what it is. It's your flipping landings. Your landings are terrible. That's the main thing for you, Osama Bin Laden. Is your landings were really predictable. When you're in disadvantage, you struggled a lot. Okay, you're up next then, Moose. Don't worry. I really like what you're doing, but there's something off with it. Shush, 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 shush. You don't need to get me flipping, what's it called? FBI? No, what is it? Swatted, bruh. Put on a list, literally, please. Can I play other games? Right now I'm playing a Hollow Knight. Occasionally play Overwatch. Right now I've been playing a little bit of Strive with Optics, who was in the chat earlier. There was another game. We want to do a Pokemon Infinite Fusion stream soon, so that's probably going to happen sometime this week. So that's kind of it right now. We do swap the games around a lot. Like, we had some Elden Ring streams. We played a little bit of Breath of the Wild. I'm down to do like a Fortnite UEFN stream if people were interested. Not the actual game. I can't play normal Fortnite no more. Alright. Beautiful. That was an interesting dodge in. I don't think I would have done that. Seems like something I would do, but I shouldn't do. I respect the NSIG. Low key, you don't always have to slide off that NSIG. Something I've done is I kind of just stand here and do it sometimes, or I'll jump gravity cancel it. So a lot of people expect you to do this. So it can actually be kind of like not beneficial to you. I don't know Pokemon or Fortnite. Bro, people want to see a Pokemon Infinite Fusion stream, bro, where I name the Pokemon after, what's it called? Viewers. Now imagine if they died. Well, it'd be a Nuzlocke, right? Now imagine if they died, they got muted for like, the viewer would get muted for like, what's it called? Like 15 minutes. That'd be so painful. I would hate that. I'd have even bigger connection to him, bro. Actually on the list, quotes. No. Okay, I might have another tip for you, Sweora. Okay, so I used to be in a similar boat with you where I used to mash dash as much as I could. It becomes pretty easy to predict, but like this bow sidelight, you could be spacing this more perfectly like that. Where if you kind of just like didn't dash, you can kind of get a little more precise with your spacing. So it's like, dashing in itself isn't bad, it's mashing, dashing too much. A little too much of anything is too much, you know? So, you're dashing too much and it's like making you a lot easier to predict, despite it making you like move faster around the screen. Your spacing is less good, so you're entering my zone when you don't really mean to. It's really hard to show an example of when you're not really sig spamming, but like you can kind of control where you and your opponent, your positioning in relativity to your opponent more by not dashing as much. Play Here's another pro tip: play guitars. Guitars are really good. Alright. Then we got Moose. Swear I've seen the SCN before. But yeah, that's what I would do, bro. And in case you muted me, go back and you can see it in the VOD. Bro, I need a new water. The thirst. Alright. I love this map, bro. This map's fire. Best map in the game. Most balanced map in the game, too. Okay, that's actually Miami. Hold on. I respect that. Yes, really good keeping pressure. Good. Hey, I did not realize I had that little end lag. Yeah, you're really good, Moose. Gorgeous. That punishes it. Still going? Yeah, for a little longer. I just ate some of lasagna. You gotta pay me one more time. I'm feeling confident. Nah. My brain is getting even more fried by the minute. Beautiful. I think there's one more person in here after this. Alright. That was beautiful recovery. I was ending it. I was. And then like 5 people asked me to give them tips one by one. Beautiful. So it seems like to me you get a lot over your advantage state. You might just struggle a little bit in disadvantage. Is what I'm seeing. Yeah, now that I've got you in disadvantage, you're kind of just running away, which isn't going to do you nearly as much as when you are confident. Because when you're playing confident, you're kicking my butt. It's when you're like getting scared is when I'm getting my big bursts in. That Sig is so scary. That was so predictable. You also fish for Sigs at kill percent, but it's also how it be. Oh, thanks, Daniela. That side say you use that a lot. A lot. So I was able to predict it, I just couldn't space around it very well. I mean, that was kind of how it'd be. I'm running on empty. I play back. Yeah, that's just my tip for you, Moose. Work on your disadvantage a little bit and maybe not spam 6 to kill. It's kind of just, honestly, bad RNGesus. You gonna move? I was gonna keep Nair until you didn't want to let Nair hit. If you get a falling off and like you can't really combo it into recovery, it doesn't work like that. Beautiful. That was something I just predicted from previous experience. Until like 10 minutes. Yes, I just finished My Hero Academia. Nice. Wait, you just finished it or you just finished watching it? The guy you just fought is 2,400. Yeah, he was really good. I mean, I'm pretty happy my Koji did that good then. Bro, Boku no Mid Academia, like low-key valid. That genre is like low-key dead. The only one like in that genre is like actually fires flipping Demon Slayer. Got like 10 episodes left. Nice. But yeah, if my Koji flipping got him down to like last hit, bruh. Koji's probably one of my like not as good legends, bruh. My bow is probably my better weapon. I don't really know. Sword's so easy. That was a really good dare. You were just floating. What? No, you were floating on top of the what's it called? Oh, thanks you, Heavenly Cactus. Yo, GG, Adam. GG Collect. Impossible. I cheated. But yeah, well, if you look at it though, you can be standing on the platforms, like you got movement, bruh, you know? But yeah, GG Collect. Next stream Wednesday, then the next one's Thursday. Not Thursday, Friday. Peace out, guys. I'm gonna go hydrate because my throat has been dying for like the last hour and a half. So, yeah. And I got Blaster Recovery. Come up here, bruh. I've got Bow and Light. I had a Koji in a combo and he was on reg. I like he teleports out of the combo and throws an up sig that I dash into. Respect. Kind of unfortunate. That's something you can't really, what's it called, do anything about. You just gotta play better for the rest of the game.